By Jacksonville's hometown credit union, 1-to-1 Financial. Duncan.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. I always ask you about motorcycles, but Cycles right now features pontoon boats. Tell us about it.
It's an exciting time. We just got into it. We're carrying the Coach Pontoon lineup, overbuilt, lifetime structural warranty. Comes with a legendary Honda engine. These things are super fun. They are not your dad's pontoon boat.
That means they are tricked out, ready to roll.
The best sound system from Rockford Fosgate, Wet Sounds, they're in it.
Check out now the Coach Pontoon Boats at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and they'll clean a 4th room for free. Their 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken. You know it! Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Googans. Started a little inefficiency there. Took a gulp. You ever done this? You ever take a gulp of coffee and half of it ends up on your chest? I think we call that a drinking problem. The best kind of drinking problem you can have, by the way. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Tuesdays, slam bang busy around here. They include the Doring Report. Talk to Chris Doring. That's coming up here in, a little bit over an hour. We do the high school thing on Tuesday, so we'll catch you up with some of the latest storylines from what's happening out there with our prepsters. So we look forward to that coming up this morning as well. There's plenty to get to. E.T., good morning to you, my friend.
What they do, Jeffrey?
You know, I'm usually 24-hour rule guy. Usually okay by Tuesday. I usually walk it back a little bit, always on Monday, I say, or scream something that I only half mean. And by Tuesday, I come in bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as they say, looking forward to the next challenge that's coming. And I found myself a little bit stuck today. I'm still kind of mad at him, I'm still kind of mad at him.
It's funny because I'm still there also.
Yeah.
I'm still a little mad.
I'm normally not. You know, that was just such a pitiful effort on Sunday. And you know, I'm mad at them. They're mad at us. I guess we're all mad at each other. As, you know, you saddle up and, you know, I just keep them grounded. That they haven't left yet? Well, hurry up. Y'all go. Y'all go on. Go on over there to London. Spread your wings and fly, young Jags, and maybe you can remember all the promise that the season seemed to hold when the season started. But, you know, I'm watching good teams last night, in particular the Eagles. Bengals trying to find themselves. They're 1-2. Thankfully, for their sake, they got a dicey win over the Rams last night. But watching the Eagles, no Super Bowl hangover at all. Watching them just dismantle the Bucs, just break them down over the course of time. And we talk so much about Jalen Hurts, the runner-up to the MVP a year ago. That seemingly unstoppable, you know, quarterback sneak that just about always gets a payday when they get close. They added A.J. Brown. Devontae Smith was a heck of a draft pick. DeAndre Swift has come over. The Eagles' offense can really hum when it gets going. But you know what? It's that defense, man. It's watching those guys again, just like last year. They get after the passer, boy. And after 3 games of little to no impact from this defensive line, it's getting concerning. And forget 3-for-1 diamond. You know what? That's all fun and frivolity from within our show dynamic here. So, yeah, do I want them to get 35 sacks for that reason? Sure. But more importantly, week to week, I want them to be able to affect the quarterback. And by affect, I mean slam his butt to the ground. Take him down for a loss of yardage and down lost. Sacks are just so devastating to an offense, aren't they? And you can feel it from your own side. You're 2nd and 4, and you drop back to pass, and suddenly it's 3rd and 15. Ouchie. We are just not getting to the quarterback. And it allowed a rookie to look like he was a 5-year vet. The Jags face another young quarterback this week. Desmond Ridder doesn't have a ton of experience. He kind of took over that job midway last year, his rookie year, from Marcus Mariota. Doesn't put up a ton of numbers. The Falcons want to run the football. They got Bijan Robinson, who's been terrific, especially the second game against the Packers. They do have weapons in the pass game, right? Kyle Pitts, we know all about him from Florida a couple years back, a first-round pick. Drake London was a first-rounder in 2022. They are trying to build an offense around a very good run game coordinator and head coach Arthur Smith. That's what he does. Runs the football. And they expect the Falcons to dress it up between Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson. Desmond Ridder can run it a little bit. They got a couple of weapons in the pass game. The D-line has got to show up or we're in big trouble, man. I'm watching these other good teams. I'm watching the 49ers this weekend. I'm watching the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. I'm watching the Eagles last night. And, yeah, it's great to have the quarterbacks. NFL teams don't get better. They get better quarterbacks, right? But if you're going to win a championship, you need to be a lot more than quarterback. And by the way, our quarterback play has not been good either for a variety of reasons. But, you know, the thing with football, this is not baseball. A contender can't get off to a slow start, pull a couple of trades, couple of waiver deals, and boom, you're positioned for a second half run and maybe a World Series, right? The Braves are a perfect example of that. Under 500 into August. Well, you can't go into November under 500, and there is no magic potion, some cure-all to what ails you out there on the trade market in the NFL. You have to construct and build your team throughout the offseason, make some minor adjustments when, training camp and roster cuts come around. But once you get to a season and you get caught with your pants down, well, you're just running around showing the world for the next couple months. There's not much you can do. I don't know how we can expect what we have on the defensive line to, quote, improve. These guys are veteran players. Look, can Trayvon Walker get better as he goes? I guess. Trayvon Walker's been playing football for a long time. Played in the SEC for a national champion, Georgia. Had a whole rookie year, a whole offseason to work on his game. I mean, Trayvon Walker is what he is. A guy that's going to sack the quarterback about once every 4 games, apparently. Really concerned about the D-line. I don't think Devon Hamilton and Dwan Smoot are going to change the world for us. And suddenly the 4 sacks against Indy look very sketch, right? You're chasing down a collapsing pocket. You're tackling the quarterback sometimes inches behind the line. Call it a sack if you want, but that's not the devastating, defensive play that I was describing early, where you back somebody up 8 to 15 yards and the loss of down. So as you watch, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, as you watch Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, as you watch these really good teams and you focus in on their fantasy stars, those teams are also playing great defense. The old offense-defense argument is fully on display this weekend, boy, and we'll get to a football fix later. But just a peek ahead to the NFL weekend that comes. That Dolphins-Bills game, buddy, wow, what a big one that is, huh? The Bills, if you haven't paid attention since a baffling loss on opening night to the Jets, the Bills are playing some kind of defense, man. I mean, they just absolutely whacked Washington over the weekend. They shut down the Raiders the week before. This Dolphins offense is humming like some sort of college program. But before I get off track, the point is the Bills are another team that can play Super Bowl defense. The Jags defense statistically was okay the first couple of games. It was okay. It's all right. It was nothing stifling or dominating. They got some turnovers, right? Didn't help in the Chiefs game. Made some stops in the fourth quarter in Indy that mattered. But I'm just so shocked at what we look like we are through 3 games. I could not be more disappointed in the start. It's a long season. Doug Peterson balances that with the reality that you can't use, hey, it's early, as an excuse.
At what point does the "it's early" excuse kind of go out the window?
Yesterday. Yeah, we're too far down the road. We've been together for going on 2 years now. You know, we know each other, players, coaches, players. I just think there's just a sense of guys are just pressing a little bit too much, trying to make plays, than just let the game come to them, and it's put us in a bind, particularly on third downs.
So that's just a little bit of what Doug Peterson had to say yesterday, Monday, a fallout day after a 1-2 start. He will comment on that. Look, we were sitting here hoping to be 3-0, and certainly at the very least expecting to be 2-1. And this is what happens. This is why you got to be so careful in the NFL. This is the National Football League, man. They all get paid today. Every player in the league gets paid today, and there are a bunch of them. If you do not button up your at least B-plus game against even overmatched opponents, you will lose. And it doesn't matter how many years we've followed, how much knowledge we've accrued, how much wisdom when it comes to the professional pigskin we think we've acquired. We never learn that lesson. We always, every year, look at one of these double-digit underdogs as completely incapable of beating the other team. This is not McNeese State against Georgia, gang. There is no such thing. Maybe this lesson learned this weekend can carry benefits until deeper in the year, where hopefully the Jags, again, one day will be favored in their football matchups after these first 3 weeks. You can't help but wonder. Peterson also, by the way, talks about Calvin Ridley and, the case of Butterfingers that he got on Sunday, and the fact that since the first half at Indy, he has really not stepped up. Coach will also talk about the hype they're not living up to, and how do you jumpstart a pass rush that doesn't seem to have a motor, right? If you have a vehicle and it can hum normally, the battery goes dead, you put a little jumper in it and boom, 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 you go. If you come across a car that's up on blocks and has no engine in it, then good luck jumpstarting it. I mean, that's where I am with this pass rush. I'm really thinking I might should have taken the buyout yesterday, but I just can't do it. Can't do it this early. I am really worried the Jags are going to get 25 sacks this year. And by the way, if they do, this season's going kaput right in our face. Got to find some pass rush. Can't let rookie quarterbacks throw not one but two 65, 70-yard bombs behind your defense. Got to get in his face. It wasn't just the no sacks on Sunday. It was the very little pressure. So a wake-up call is needed. Doug Peterson, I thought, had some good comments that will register with you. We'll talk about that coming up. Meanwhile, last night, NFL, I love the Monday night doubleheaders. It seems to be in a nice little groove. I watch the first half of the first game. I switch it over. The second game is just getting going. That gets to halftime. I switch it over. I watch the end of the first one. Bounce back and forth. I wish it's something that they would, kind of put in place on the regular. Bengals certainly are feeling urgency. Don't let them tell you any different. Joe Burrow has been hobbled around on that strained calf, and we know the fear of a calf injury becoming an Achilles injury. But he said, bottom line, the risk of going 0-3 outweighed a risk of injury, and so Joe Burrow played last night. The Bengals still just don't look right, do they? And part of that may be, Burrow's health situation. Threw it almost 50 times, though, barely 50%. A passer rating for Joe Burrow last night of 59.8. He is off to now. He's got an injury, so there could be some, reasons rather than excuses for his slow start. But he's kind of on the Trevor plan here. Trevor Lawrence has started this season incredibly disappointingly for us as we position him as a top 5 to top 10 quarterback. But now, no matter what measurement you use, Trevor Lawrence is below average. Joe Burrow, by the way, his passer rating through 3 games, you ready? 66.2. Zach Wilson, the only quarterback with a worse rating. Trevor Lawrence is up at number 21. His rating is 84.5. That, too, is absolutely horrific. In 2023, if you were quarterbacking to a rating of 84.5, you're doing it wrong. I will continue to maintain, not to the point of excuse, that Trevor is not getting near enough help. He's just not, between the line, just open door policy, receivers dropping balls, rookies in a couple of 3 spots. It just is. I don't think that Trevor is our issue, but we shall see. So the Bengals get a much-needed win. If you're a Jag fan, you kind of wanted a loss there. You wanted those NFC teams to beat last year's AFC playoff teams who came in 0-2. We needed the Chargers and the Bengals to lose this weekend. Not the be-all, end-all. And Cincinnati continues to scuffle. They beat the Rams 19-16. The Rams are playing hard. You wonder if they are not one of those teams that gives you all they got for 6 or 8 weeks and then bottoms out in the second half of the year. But a 19-16 win for the Bengals, and then just a totally outclassed. The Bucs were off to a surprising 2-0 start, and the Eagles came to town yesterday and reminded everyone that they are, with all due respect to the 49ers, still the team to beat in the NFC. They went 25-11. DeAndre Swift has really started to show up for Philly. Had another big game last night after that monster game a couple of Thursdays ago. And the third week of the season finishes with those 2 Monday nighters and the favorites winning both games. You know how many 3-0 teams there are in football? 3, man. That's it. That's how hard it is. The Eagles are 3-0 with another win, and suddenly that Cowboy, quote, challenge doesn't look so much after they lost at Arizona. The Eagles are 3-0. The Dolphins are 3-0, the only AFC team at 3-0. So as disappointed as we are with this limping 1-2 start, I mean, 2-1 is the best anyone else can offer other than the 3-0 Dolphins. And then over in the NFC, we got another 3-0 with the 49ers. The Bucs losing last night knocked them from the ranks of the unbeaten. So when the Jags face the Atlanta Falcons this weekend in London, Atlanta's got a lot to play for as well. Falcons are 2-1. Did lose their only away game. That came this past weekend at Detroit. Like the Jaguars, the Falcons are not exactly lighting up the scoreboard. The Jags have scored a disappointing 57 points. They're minus 18, by the way, in the point differential. The Falcons have only scored 55 points to this stage. So 55 and 57, they've combined for 112. The Dolphins have 130. This is the drill. We'll hear from Doug Peterson. I'll update you on baseball's home stretch, final week of the baseball season, and there is certainly a lot of meaningful games this weekend with the musical chairs of the postseason and the record player getting ready to stop here shortly. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Big toys for big boys, much more. You can count on Catlin. 641-1010 is our phone number. Also, the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL is your home for play-by-play of Bishop Kenny football.
I'm Coach Kraus. It's Bishop Kenny and Wolfson in the district matchup on Friday night. You'll hear it live on 92.5 FM.
Did you know the new 2023 Honda Accord Hybrid has an onboard system that charges the battery so you never have to plug it in? When you think Honda, you think quality, value, safety. Now think hybrid. Visit your local Honda dealer and experience the car of tomorrow today.
You have separation anxiety from your pet? For any services, and I mean, maybe it's veterinary care, maybe you're going out of town, you have to board them. Pet Paradise checks all the boxes to put both you and your pet at ease. Location, location, location. They are all over town. There's a Pet Paradise near your neighborhood, but if you are headed out of town, how about the airport service? Pet boarding and day camp there, 24-hour pickup and drop-off. They make it easier for you. Inside of any and all Pet Paradise, you're going to find them doing it better than the other imitators. Here's why. Ultra-modern facilities. The best veterinary care with New Day Veterinary. They even have dog training now. Climate-controlled suites, a bone-shaped pool for them to play around in this hot sun. most importantly, a staff who loves your pet like you do. For the pickiest pet parent, there is only one choice, the one that checks all the boxes. It's Pet Paradise. Find out more for yourself and locations near you at petparadise.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Look, I've got a week 4 Awaken 180 weight loss update, and I'm actually shocked to be sharing it with you. In my 4th week, I dropped another 5.6 pounds. Look, I expected fast results week 1, maybe even week 2, but to lose 5.6 pounds in week 4, incredible. It's what my coach told me would happen, but like most of you, when you hear something you think's too good to be true, you need proof. Well, I'm seeing the proof each week, and I hope my results are proof to you. I'm now down 22.6 pounds in only 4 weeks, and everybody is noticing, from coworkers to neighbors, wondering what I'm doing. I tell them Awaken 180 has changed the way I look at weight loss. And on top of that, belts that barely fit me before, I've now notched down to the 5th hole. Guys, ladies, losing weight with Awaken 180 is easy, and the best part, it'll be the last time doing it thanks to free support for life. If you want the same results, choose the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, online at awaken180weightloss.com. awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey Jags fans, Renewal by Andersen is a proud partner with your favorite team, and they bring that same commitment to excellence to your home's windows and doors. With their advanced Fibrex material and energy-efficient glass options, their windows and doors are the perfect choice for your next home improvement project. Let them help you bring more light and life into your home. Schedule a complimentary consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CGC 1527613.
Experience the Kanaya Water Systems difference, bringing purity and affordability right to your tap. Say goodbye to hard water woes and hello to clean, soft water for your family. Search KENAI Water Jacksonville.
Follow the Bulldogs as they guard their championship trophies.
It's the quest for a three-peat. I'm Andrew Gibson. Can Georgia win 3 in a row? I'll tell you what you need to know on the Bulldog Report.
Brought to you by Travis Cummings and the Bailey Group on 1010XL.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing summer specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling, with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
David Garrard here. Once again, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has eased my knee pain with PRP treatment. PRP is a platelet-rich plasma concentrate that promotes tissue repair naturally. If you are dealing with pain or an injury, ask your doctor at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist about PRP to determine if it's right for you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, it's Tony from Tony D's Pizza. If you love our pizza and pasta dishes, let us cater an event for you. Family function or office parties, we can deliver you an amazing Italian meal. Remember, it's not just pizza at Tony D's. Bay Meadows in $2.95.
Wood floors should make your home look cozy and inviting. But old worn-out floors can look kinda, Let Renew Solutions give your floors a stunning makeover. For a no-obligation appointment, visit renewjacksfloors.com.
Hey, college students, this one's for you. With the new Jaguars College Pass, you can get exclusive ticketing offers all season long, from discounts to great last-minute deals. To join, simply sign up with your .edu email address. Registration is free, and you only pay for the offers you accept. So it's the perfect way to save and spend your Sundays at the bank. To join the Jaguars for the best games and biggest plays, visit jaguars.com/collegepass today.
Are you looking for increased privacy and protection for your family and pets? Look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Superior Fence and Rail is Jacksonville's top-rated fence company, delivering the highest quality fence products. They'll treat your property as if it's their own. So get off the fence and get your privacy back. Call Superior Fence and Rail today for your on-site estimates.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
I think so. I hope so. I know that this is not who we are as a team. A lot of pride in the locker room, the coaching staff, and we understand we've got to, this is what's on tape, right? This is what we're putting out there. And, Atlanta and Buffalo and all our opponents the rest of the season, this is what they're seeing. And we feel that, and we know that we're a better team.
That is Doug Peterson yesterday, his Monday press conference after, having to digest what he saw on Sunday, what we all saw. And the question there was, will the loss to the Texans light a fire under the team? And, he said he hopes so. Certainly they need an alarm clock. They need to wake up.
I mean, it needs to happen. Again, it's there's a lot of pride in that room when you talk to the players after the game and hear what they're saying and the comments they're saying. I mean, they're still focused. We believe in them. They believe in us. It's going to be a conscious effort, obviously. And we just got to treat, stay in the moment, right? It's a week-to-week business.
And the next 2 weeks will take place over in London. Look, the NFL threw what they thought was a pretty big game that second week. The Bills and Jags, two teams that when the season started, I think most pegged were legitimate contenders for at least a run to the AFC title game. But what we have learned real quickly here is the hype around this team hasn't been matched by the performance around this team.
I think, too, human nature. You read into a lot of the hype, preseason a little bit. And right now we're not living up to that expectation, right? And, you want to pick up where you left off, but it's a new season. You still got to go put in the hard work and the preparation and still, work in practice and all that. And that's the one thing that I really appreciate about those guys is they're disappointed just like I am, but they continue to work and show the confidence that they need to get it fixed.
Oh, by the way, you may have heard the rumor, the report that he took over play calling during the game. Doug Peterson did. He answered that yesterday. He said it was false. So, the Jags aren't losing because of play calling. They're not losing because of play calling. Week one, they made some curious calls, and it may have helped them lose. They kind of, I thought, corrected that. They got it 1st and goal at the 1 this week. What'd they do? They ran Tank Bigsby up to the middle. Let's do that 4 times. We're probably going to score 95% of the time. No need to get cute. No need to give Trevor some run-pass option. We're at the 1-yard line. Put the whole team behind him and push him in like the Eagles do. Whatevs. They're not executing. I don't think this is about play calling. The play calling, the offensive game plan of Press Taylor didn't allow a 260-pound fullback to take it all the way back. The play calling didn't watch the ball, didn't call for the ball to go through Calvin Ridley's hands for an easy touchdown. So there's the play calling is a distraction from what's going on with this team. It's a lack of performance and execution, and quite frankly, on the defensive side of the ball, there may not be enough talent. There may not be. There may not be enough talent on that defensive side of the ball. I'm watching these guys rotate in on the defensive line, and they're not good. They're not putting any pressure on. None. And we're not drawing up any kind of anything exotic to change that. So we'll see. Look, the seasons can change around. You can find improvement with some of sort. We still don't know Devon Hamilton, what his status is, right? Smoot still going to be on that IR with the Achilles injury. So I Carlos Dunlap's out there, Melvin Ingram. I mean, we're kicking tires, gang, on, as you guys are aware, and you're on the text line, you want something brought in, something done. My guess is if you got big defensive linemen who are still on the street in the middle to end of September, they don't have a lot in the tank, man. Carlos Dunlap was a potential force or weapon. Somebody that brought him in by now. Ingram, there's others that are kind of in that mold, mid-30s guys that I wonder about Chandler Jones with the Cardinals, what you could get him from, or the Raiders. He's on the outs with the Raiders. I don't know how much he has left. He is kind of a quirky dude. I mean, maybe you can find a guy via trade that you could try and pull some sort of deal for. He's unhappy where he is or otherwise. This is where, you got to hit all those picks when you're trying to build a winner. You got to hit them all. You could talk about Trevor or Travis Etienne or some of the other perhaps hits on offense, but they're striking out on defense. They put a lot of high-impact draft choices into building a pass rush. The number 1 pick, Trayvon Walker. The number 7 pick, Josh Allen. The number 4 pick, K'Lavon Chaisson. These are first-rounders. First-round picks, your top pick, your top priority. They have put on rushing the passer, and the Jags remain one of the worst pass rushing teams in all the NFL. So, not that hard to figure. All right, we're 1-2. Doesn't feel good. Back-to-back games in London that look even tougher now than when I don't know how we're going to score on the Bills based on how our offense is executing and how their defense is playing. We'll see. Meanwhile, it's the Falcons coming up this weekend, up first, 9:30, Sunday morning, ESPN Plus, by the way. Although I do think locally one of the stations picks it up. In fact, I know they do. But at 1-2, do you start to wonder, gosh, is all that promise, all that preseason talk, is it out the window already?
No, it really hasn't. I got a lot of confidence in this team and how we can respond and bounce back. But it takes, listen, it's 14 games left, and we got a big one this week. We've got to continue to right the ship, obviously, and fix the things that we need to fix. Coach better, play better, but do it collectively. Can't point fingers. This is not about offense versus defense or special teams, whatever. This is everybody together, collectively, coaches in there, with the players, and that's the only way to get it done.
Yeah, offense versus defense, that'd be the Spider-Man meme, man. I mean, yeah, neither side has an argument to wage against the other. They've both not been good enough. The defense held the Chiefs to 17. The Chiefs, they kneeled on the ball inside the 5 at the end of the game. It wasn't exactly a lockdown, shutdown performance, but, certainly when you give up 17, you hope it's enough. It would have been more than 17 if it needed to be more than 17. That's how I feel. When the Chiefs absolutely had to have it at the end of that game, they got it. So the finger pointing I'm not too worried about between the two sides because they both have plenty of blame to go around. So you go face another young quarterback, and then you got Josh Allen. You have a pass rush that got 4 sacks week 1. K'Lavon Chaisson got his week 2. Absolutely nothing against a patchwork offensive line with a rookie quarterback and a winless team, and you couldn't sniff the quarterback. So, Dougie P, give us some sort of hope. How in the world are we even going to find a pass rush this year?
I just think it comes down to each man. It's a want to, a will to, obviously we can, as a staff, you can create it with games and different things, stunts and stuff. But I'll say it's hard when the ball's out of the quarterback's hand, fast. So you're on your second step or maybe your third step making a move and the ball's gone. It does affect that a little bit, but we can be better. Just understanding the pass rush, the game plan, that week, and really use that to our advantage, when you can.
What's the phrase? You put someone on blast? Boy, Joe Willie Namath put the Jets on blast when it comes to their quarterback, Zach Wilson. It is worse for some teams even than it is for us. I mean, we got some teams that started this year with some serious Super Bowl chatter around them, and they are nowhere to be found. The Jets, because of the injury to Aaron Rodgers, are going to be not much different than the Jets team a year ago. The Bengals had to scrap out and scrape out of the gutter a win yesterday to avoid an 0-3 start. The Jaguars among the biggest underachievers in the league through 3 games, out to just 1-2. The Chargers are just 1-2. The Vikings, who won every close game a year ago and, gosh, were the number 2 seed in the NFC, they're 0-3. Well, plenty of company for teams that need to get going. You know, the problem with the Jags is that loss to Houston is just so ugly, man. It's just so unacceptable. You've got to beat a bad division team at home. You have to. I worry that we can't come back from that. And you say, well, Jeff, they lost to Houston at home last year. They came back from that. Yeah, they did. We didn't have the same expectation. That was a hard loss to stomach a year ago against the Texans, but it wasn't completely, non-understandable. This team was supposed to be tying up loose ends, adding playmakers and pieces that would put us over the top. And gosh, at 1-2 with a terrible loss to the Houston Texans, seems silly to have the forecast for this football team that we did before it started. That's the beauty of the NFL, and at the same time, it can be the frustrating part. It can change so fast. This team could turn it around, flip a switch in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. The offense could be humming, and we'll say what took so long. We got the Doering Report coming up here in less than an hour now. The Gators go to the site of one of the most famous plays of the Steve Spurrier era, and it was one that involved Chris Doering. We've already made the editorial decision. We're not going to play Chris Doering in today with the Doering's got a touchdown. That thing has got to have been so overplayed to our man Chris Doering, but it is still fun it's a fun one to revisit. From Gator fandom, that was early in Steve Spurrier's, well, it wasn't early. The first, what was that, 93? Yeah, 1993. Yeah, 1993 when Chris Doering made that play in Lexington, and Florida escaped and continued as part of, I believe they won four straight Easts. 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. But such a big play there. But this week, going to Kentucky, it takes on a new meaning for Florida. Forever, that was an easy game. Now a 2-game losing streak, so we'll talk a little bit about that. FSU still basking in the glow of a big victory at Clemson this weekend. The Noles get what you could describe as a much-needed week off. They certainly deserve it after a September to remember with big wins over both LSU and Clemson. We'll look at the more of the entirety of the college football schedule later this week with the Riley Report. In fact, Riley Skinner will be in studio with Hick. But a little bit later today, the hits and misses from some people would say too narrow a margin victory over Charlotte over the weekend. Going to come back, Joe Namath on the state of the Jets, and more from a football fix. You're listening to The Drill on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons meet at Wembley Stadium in London. The Jaguars are the 3-point favorites, 43.5 the total on Sunday morning on the East Coast. Tampa Bay Buccaneers drop a 25-11 decision at home to the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are the 6-point favorite. Tampa Bay this week at New Orleans as 3-point underdogs, 40.5 the total. Florida Gators a 2.5-point underdog at Kentucky Saturday at Kroger Field. The total 45. That number down from an opening line of Kentucky favored by 3.5. UCF laying 12 at home with Baylor. 50% off your first month with the promo code WINNER at HOFBets.com. HOFBets.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Honey, are you using the hot water?
No.
The water's cold again. How can we fix it? Did you just quack like a duck?
Yep. Duck Rooter, your plumbing pros in Northeast Florida. For water heater installation and service, including tankless water heaters, gas, or electric, call for a quote today.
When you're stuck, call the duck. 904-862-6769.
Hey, gang, got a fun, new, fantastic way for you to enjoy fantasy football. And, by the way, win up to 25 times your money this football season. Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. You just select 2 or more players and then choose whether they'll have more or less on their projections for a wide variety of statistics. You place your entry, and voila, it's as easy as that. So if you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of now already more than 7 million football fans who have signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/1010XL. Use code 1010XL. That's code 1010XL at prizepicks.com/1010XL. Daily fantasy sports made easy.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Hi, I'm Frank Frangie. Looking for a remix of our original sandwich? Well, the new Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is a flavorful spin on a familiar favorite. Created with Chick-fil-A filet, a drizzle of honey, pickled jalapenos, and a spread of savory pimento cheese, the new Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich combines your favorite flavors with a new twist. Available for a limited time only. So stop by and enjoy one today.
Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for only $129, and they'll clean a 4th room for free. Their 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
This is Frank Frangie. Join Dan Hickett and me for All Things Gators, our podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, with new episodes every Monday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gators Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, this is Gunner, and joining Freedom Boat Club 5 years ago absolutely changed my life. The joy of being on the water is truly unparalleled. The places that I've been, the sandbars that I've beached at, the islands I've accessed, the fish I've caught, the restaurants I've docked at, the wakes I've skied, the sunrises and the sunsets I've watched, and the shorelines I've cruised along have created a lifetime of memories for me, for my children, for my friends, for my family, and my associates. The ease in which I can access a boat is truly laughable. I average 70 to 80 days a year on the water because of how easy it is. The staff is incredible, always ready and willing to help. The social events that the club have are always fun times. It's great to be around like-minded club members sharing stories of our water adventures. I want everyone to know how amazing the club is. I can't help talking about it. It's absolutely contagious. To say I love being a part of Freedom Boat Club would be an understatement. FBC is now rooted into the fabric of my life. Water is part of my DNA, and I will be a member for life.
FreedomBoatClub.com.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll-and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. What's better than beer? Cold beer. Put your company logo on a custom koozie. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Active and pain-free. That's the ticket. Dr. George Barry here, and I know that's the goal of every patient I see. They want the best possible care so they can go back to enjoying life. That could be pickup basketball, golf, tennis, running, or just working out. It all requires you to be as healthy as you can be. If joint pain is taking its toll on your active lifestyle, come see me at Barry Orthopedics. We have locations all over Jacksonville and can diagnose and treat even the most severe joint pain. A homegrown Jacksonville practice. Find out more at BarryOrthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back on the Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Thanks so much for being up and at 'em with us. Appreciate you. Chris Doring coming up in about a half hour, talking Gator football, trip to Lexington. Take on the Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky undefeated. Not ranked yet. It has become a big game for the Cats, and they've had their way with the Gators now twice in a row, so we shall see. It's the final week of the baseball season. I mean, basically, if you're paying attention to the Rays, the Jays, the Astros, the Mariners, and the Rangers in the American League, and in the National League, you're paying attention to the Diamondbacks, the Cubs, the Marlins, and maybe to a degree the Reds. But we've only got 6 games left. We're down to the wire. In some cases, only 5 games left. So there's no time for any meandering. Whoever claims these final wild card spots, or in the case of the American League West, the division title, I think it's going to come with a 5 or 6 game win streak here to close things out. The American League West is the interesting one because they kind of play each other. The Rangers play the Mariners play both the Rangers and the Astros, who they are chasing. Right now, Seattle is a game back of Houston for the final wild card, and at the same time, not out of the division race, although they are 4 games back of Texas there. So Texas has kind of reassumed control of the 6-game win streak, while the Mariners have lost 4 in a row. So with that in mind, you still have some other nuances. The Braves trying to wrap up home field through the National League and World Series. Braves got terrible news over the weekend with Charlie Morton is going to be ineligible for the division series. This could be crippling. That could do it. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Charlie Morton is a valuable piece, and I don't trust Bryce Elder as far as I can throw him. You've got Strider and Fried, and really completely untested, especially when it comes to the postseason. This is dicey and dangerous. The Phillies don't care. So the Braves' chances took a major hit with no Charlie Morton for the division series. It's just being way underplayed. Anyway, Diamondbacks lose to the Yankees yesterday in a makeup game, so that hurts them in the wild card chase. Rangers, as I said, 6 in a row. They won again at the Angels. Astros did beat the Mariners yesterday 5-1, so that was a harsh loss for Seattle at home, especially with Luis Castillo on the mound. So there you have it. Caught up to date. Joe Namath has seen enough. Broadway Joe belted it out on the main stage yesterday. He first was commenting on social media as the game was going on Sunday, and then yesterday on radio in New York had this to say about Zach Wilson and the path that the Jets are on.
I wouldn't keep him. I've seen enough of Zach Wilson. All right? I've seen enough. Has quick feet, can throw a little bit, but I don't believe what's going on up there.
Well, up there could be in his head. It's almost like season suicide. That's what the Jets are doing. It'd be so gross to be a Jets fan. How dare you guys sit on Zach Wilson now for another 2.5 games after Aaron Rodgers was hurt? How dare you? Are you serious? What about the season? Jetties? Really? Zach Wilson, you're going to just use our entire football season for your foolish follies of how not to draft quarterbacks? Because inevitably this happens, E.T. If they run Zach Wilson out there every week, guess what's going to happen 2 or 3 weeks? He's going to look good. 2 or 3 weeks, Zach Wilson will go out and have a game and be 20-27 for 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and oh, look, he's okay. No, he's not. Never going to be okay. Fire the band. We got a football fix. It's brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. As we chug through the month of September, the final days, more reminders that September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. You're getting to the stage, gang. You get married, kids, and all those other things. You got to make sure everyone is protected. You can do it very affordably, especially based on your age bracket. Contact Mandy and her team for all your insurance needs. No matter what stage of life you're in, odds are your insurance needs have changed. Have you changed with them? Mandy and her team can point you in the right direction with a winning game plan. Well, after some wondering, Joe Burrow did indeed play last night. They kind of dinked and dunked their way to a 19-16 win over the Rams. Rams 2 weeks in a row, kind of a meaningless score late. They were down 19-9, scored a touchdown in the final minutes. Last week, don't forget, they kicked a field goal in the final second to take a 10-point loss and make it a 7-point loss. So the Rams are 1-2. The Bengals are 1-2. They needed a win. They still don't look good. They still don't look like a team that's been a Super Bowl contender the last couple of years, so we shall see. A fully healthy Joe Burrow certainly would help. Meanwhile, every time you think that the 49ers, or every time I think that the 49ers look by a margin to be the best team in the NFC, the Eagles remind us to settle down. And the Philly just dominant. By the way, we worry about the opposing crowd in our stadium. Anybody kind of catch the atmosphere of that Bucs Monday nighter at home last night against Philly? More Eagles fans than Bucs fans. It sounded like an Eagles home game. You can always tell, by the way, when they do that because they really limit the crowd shots. Like a normal Monday Night Football game, if it's in a raucous stadium where the home crowd is the home crowd, you'll see a lot more of it. You saw plenty of it last night in Cincinnati. Tampa, I'm not sure I saw. Maybe they found a little pocket of Bucs fans and showed them a couple of times. Eagles, Bengals, a couple teams that have been Super Bowl teams the last couple of years, a couple of Super Bowl runner-ups get wins last night. The last, by the way, doubleheader for Monday Night Football. Jalen Hurts in that Eagles game played through flu-like symptoms, but still an easy 25-11 win. The Raiders quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, we learn now suffered a concussion in the loss to the Steelers on Sunday night. We shall see if what, if any, effects that has on him moving forward. Mike Williams has just had a tough time staying completely healthy for the Chargers since coming into the league out of Clemson. He's been a good receiver, but it seems every year it's either a hamstring or a broken bone or something, and this season it didn't last long either. Torn ACL. By the way, torn ACL out for the year. Did you see the news from Nick Chubb over the weekend? They think now it may just be the MCL? What? Right? Wow. Yeah, filed that away for Doc Murphy on Thursday, but and I read, that's a headline grab for me. I read the headline. I didn't get into the meat of the story, but I did see that. More quarterback news. The Saints' Derek Carr going to be week to week with a sprained AC joint in his shoulder. Getting hectic should be fun today, huh? What kind of power rating can we expect for our Jaguars today when it gets kind of hectic?
Yeah, when I say something, don't go crazy.
Yeah, this time it ought to be in the 2s, my man. That 2 ought to be a legitimate starting point. A 2 on the front number. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and now in Orange Park. Trust Mandy and her dream team for all your insurance needs. Sick and Arrival, more come your way next. We're up and rolling on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He doesn't live at the stadium, but you might think he does.
Nobody knows the Jags like Johnny O.
Oh, no. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey everyone, it's football season and we wanted to go to the drawing board to make this year's predictions. Let's compare our two long-haired blonde all-stars. Most touchdowns, best pricing in the market, most passing yards, pays the most for your trade, most receptions, free oil changes with every purchase, Super Bowl champion, wow customer service. I think we can make all this happen. Come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, where you can score big all season long.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Duval! Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Welcome to Otterson Wealth Advisors of Raymond James, your local resource for financial know-how. The entire team is a symphony of knowledge, working harmoniously to orchestrate your financial dreams into reality. Experience the Otterson Wealth Advisors Advantage, where our expertise, empathy, and precision converge to craft a roadmap to your financial triumph. Visit OttersonAdvisors.com and let us turn your aspirations into achievements. Otterson Wealth Advisors, your goals, our expertise. Raymond James Associates, Inc., member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying. They can also signal a major problem or electrical emergency. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888 Sparky. Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Roland, Roland, Roland. We're all calling Roland. The toilet's overflowing. Oh my.
When you've got a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reese Plumbing. 260-7059.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Whether you are looking for a job or an employer trying to hire, there's only one stop in Jacksonville, Remedy Staffing. Labor trends keep us guessing. As employers, the job market's been strong. So what does that mean for workers' availability? If you're interested in the workforce solutions or how the Remedy team can help you, call or text Crystal at 904-329-9802. 329-9802, Remedy Staffing.
This is head coach Matthew Driscoll from the UNF men's basketball team. When our players suffer an orthopedic injury, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists gets our players back on the court pain-free.
We appreciate the endorsements from our high school and college coaches. This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Ackerman Urology is now servicing the Beaches community. If you have elevated PSA, prostate, bladder, or kidney issues, plan to see the experts at Ackerman Urology right away at the new location on Atlantic and Hodges Boulevard.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. The Gators had several red zone issues in the win over Charlotte. Head coach Billy Napier says they're correctable.
Yeah, the red zone issues were simply put mental errors, and fundamental technique issues. We know exactly where the issues are.
Fighting in the crowd halted last Friday night's high school football game between Sandalwood and Fletcher. In a statement, a Duval County Public Schools spokesman said the game was ended as a cautionary measure. The status of the game, whether it will be restarted, is not yet determined. After its overtime win on the road against the Clemson Tigers, the FSU Seminole football team had two players recognized on this week's ACC Weekly Honors List. Kalen DeLoach was named ACC Linebacker of the Week, while Renardo Green was named ACC Co-Defensive Back of the Week. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:04 and it's 74 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Yeah! Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah!
Okay.
You know it! Yes, sir!
Dan, you know the name of this song?
Yeah, this is from Hitch.
Come on, all that you were saying?
This is a movie. Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's
TikTok, rewind it back. This is like when you're at a wedding.
Okay.
It's going down the reception line. Right?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
It's Yeah.
Yeah. By who? Yeah.
Usher,
man. Come on now.
Oh,
Even
we'll
I
hear
know
this
that
at the
one.
Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is Usher?
Yes, this is Usher. Well, you were saying like I knew you, like you knew.
I know it's I didn't know that was the name of it. That's funny. Make the booty go something. I know that's coming.
Clap.
Thank you. We got this. Woo!
Oh, man.
He just laughs at our old white selves.
I love it. You like that?
It's like he's going to he every morning thinks he's walking into the set of Cocoon.
I'd like to call a meeting right now. I'm taking a roll. Hello, this is the Jamar Chase fan club. E.
Yeah.
He's here. Jeff. Yeah, I mean, what y'all celebrating Jamar Chase, are we? Okay. Knock yourself out.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he had a Tutu Atwell night. Good job, Jamar.
Tutu Atwell.
Yeah, way to go crazy. I missed it. They scored 19 points, bro.
Hey,
his longest reception was 14 yards.
12
Y'all stop it, man.
That's not true.
Yeah, you're not coming in with that nonsense.
Did you see that catch on that slant? He's going one way. Had to go back the other way. Ooh,
that boy elite, man.
Oh, elite.
Yeah.
That was big. He saved the Bengals season last night.
Sure he did. Where would y'all put him? Where would y'all put Jamar Chase for your ranking receivers?
I put him.
Seriously, honestly. Since we brought up the topic, where would you put him?
He's top 7 for sure.
No, not 7. Where would you
five.
put him?
Top
Don't
five,
put him
baby.
top 5, then rank him.
Come on, Jamar.
Rank him for me.
Tyreek. Tyreek 1.
The Cheetah right now is hot.
Yeah, Tyreek 1.
Cheetah's hot. What about Puka? Don't forget about Puka.
Tyreek, Justin Jefferson. They're interchangeable.
Yeah.
So that's 1 and 2.
Yeah.
3. What'd you say? Is it gonna
See, I'd take Jamar Chase over Keenan Allen. I would.
Well, Keenan Allen says I got 400 yards
I know he does.
and
It's off to a
32
great
catches.
start, but I take Jamar
He does
Chase
it every year.
over Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, I bet you has better numbers than Jamar Chase since Jamar's been in the league.
Burrow doesn't look good right to me.
Yeah.
I think it's going to – and if that's a chronic thing, like if this not going to heal up because he's playing –
Chase is up to 21st in receiving yards. So, y'all, I mean, you're making some
Made a big night last night, man.
Yeah,
just celebrating Jamar. Come on.
He's good. He's right there behind Adam Thielen and just ahead of, Marvin Mims. So
you weren't invited to the Jamar Chase fan club meeting.
Yeah,
There's only two of us here.
Somebody's got to keep it real with this Jamar Chase fan club. I mean, 21st
it's just me and he were here.
And fewer yards than Michael Pittman and George Pickens.
We're in the
Tutu Atwell, for Pete's sake. Settle down.
We're in the front of the car, and we're
Nico
just driving along.
Nico Collins got 70 more yards than
I said, I'm making a left turn. I said, hey.
What up?
Tank Dell. Did you see that catch by Jamar last night?
Chris Olave, Puka. I mean, running circles around you.
Come on, man.
Hater. He's a hater now.
Big hating.
I don't know why. I love Jamar.
I mean, I like my guys to be in the top 20 in receiving when I'm ranking them.
Tell you who else I'm getting to be a fan of is the
I think Jamar Chase is good. I don't think he's anywhere near those guys y'all are talking about.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we'll see.
Boy, DeAndre Swift's having a nice start to a year.
That seems to have been a good
he looked like he was
career
shot
move
out of
for
a
him.
cannon last night on a couple of those runs.
You saw him.
He didn't look like that in Detroit.
Well, a week ago Thursday against the Vikings he did. He went for 170 yards.
He was on Philadelphia a week ago. I said he didn't look
against
like that in
the
Detroit.
Vikings.
I said he didn't look like that
for sure.
in Detroit.
Yeah.
He looks different to me.
I thought
he
last
looks
night
like
specifically.
No, he's had 2 good games in a row that he's put together.
Well, that Detroit, the kneecap biter didn't play him, Hick.
So you got so the Eagles and their GM let their running back go get a good contract and sign DeAndre Swift on the cheap, I think.
They traded for him, I believe, even.
They traded?
I think so, but I could be wrong on
that. So, winner Eagles, who looked really dominant last night and are in good stead, and now all of a sudden look like they've taken their place atop the NFC as Dallas went and stumbled out.
Yeah, but the
in
49ers
Arizona.
are there, too.
Sure they are.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think it's important. Those are the 2 best teams. Can you see anyone in the NFC not San Francisco or Philly winning?
Winning?
Dallas I picked Dallas in our silly little predictions. They always choke kick. They're not going to beat those 2 teams and go to the Super Bowl. There's no way.
Yeah, I would say it would be they would need one of those. This team that you're thinking of, whoever it may be, would need to get in a good draw, and like Philly and San Fran would need to meet in like a divisional round.
And that's not happening.
And then
they're the only 3-0 teams. They're gonna be in the finals. The problem is if you're not them, you're gonna have to beat both of them. That's the problem.
Well, that would be
It's
tough.
like we've talked about with this round robin the last few years between the Bills, Chiefs, and Bengals. You need to be the team that only has to beat one of them.
Yeah.
Like the Bengals last year had to beat the Bills on the road, then they had to go to Kansas City where they lost.
Yeah.
We used to have like dreams and conversations like that about a month ago, but those are, gone with the wind.
I did the TV show last night. I saw Jamal Agnew, talked to him for a while. He
didn't drop the mic, did he?
He didn't. Oh, it's hateful. He, what a nice kid. And he came in, he faced the music, took the bullets.
What's he saying about the team, the mindset?
Well, the best part is I believe this, and I'm not around him, like none of us are, okay? But I believe this. I think this is a very tight-knit group, as opposed to like the 18 squad.
Yeah.
Which was fractured and pointing fingers after week
They
2.
They won't be sprinting out of a London nightclub Friday night after curfew.
And I do think they were, as Tony would like to say, flummoxed. By the way, like, and I also asked him during a break, because the word to describe Doug Peterson, I think at halftime was vibrant, a vibrant Doug Peterson. And he said, yeah, he got into us. And because I've never seen Doug Peterson with fire. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Not angry.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him like that?
No,
I don't think I have, right? So I was curious, like, what was that like? Ooh, what a catch.
Watching Jamar.
And I was curious about what that was like. And
top 3 running back. Scored a touchdown, Joe Mixon. Top 3 running back.
There you go.
That was a joke.
Oh. Joe's up there. Joe's a heck of a running back. And he said that he got after him really, really good. But there's no finger. they're good friends. They really are. The team within the team is so, and that doesn't mean anything except for I don't think it'll fracture as we go forward. They know they got to fix some things. They know they still believe that they have the talent to win. So we'll see. We got to see it on the field.
I believed that they had the talent to win, and then I watched the last 2 weeks, and they don't look like they have the talent to win.
No, they don't.
This defensive line is pitiful. I'm watching good teams, Dan, and they just collapse the pocket every other play.
Yeah.
These guys can't get to the quarterback if there was a high school team blocking them.
It's going to be a
That's
challenge.
what it seems like. And so I'm listening to Doug Peterson get asked questions on how can you jumpstart it, and his answer, and I don't know what else you say. This is what my GM has given me. The guys got to win their battles. What can you do?
I said this on Twitter yesterday, and I think most of the fans agreed with me. But and again, it's easy in hindsight. I do get that.
Bless you. I smell like gasoline. It's driving me nuts, dude.
Oh dear.
I got gas on the way here.
Hey, can you go get my cigarettes and my lighter?
I got you.
The Viceroys?
Jeff's on fire. His leg. But anyway, this in hindsight, would we be a better football team today if we had done this? Okay. Sign Arden Key to the deal that the Titans got.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, Arden Key left because he wasn't going to he left for opportunity more than he left for anything else. Okay. So we signed Arden Key, which I think he got 3 years, $21 million. So it wasn't like a break the bank deal, okay? And then tell Trayvon Walker you're playing with your hand in the dirt. So now you got Key, Allen, and Walker on the field at the same time. To me, that would have made more sense than what we have.
Well, he was only 26 years old when they let him go. He's got a sack and a half already.
Yeah.
I think if they would, to be honest with you, our guys are playing so bad rushing the quarterback that he should be playing ahead of those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are just so bad. I mean, they're just not good pass rushers. We keep waiting on something to happen.
But I'm just saying.
But no,
that would have.
How about keep Arden Key and go sign Leonard Floyd?
Yeah.
Why were we so passive when it came to such a need?
I guess
it's that pressure stat. It fooled him. The pressure stat fooled him, Dan.
Yeah, maybe there was a belief that the second-year guys were going to play better. Maybe the
no maybe. That's what they believe.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not a maybe.
Well, maybe they fooled themselves into believing that when they didn't make any moves. What about putting Muma inside and using Devin Lloyd on the outside instead of 56 or 45?
Wasn't that like some of the talk that we
there
would
was
see him
talk,
rush more?
and we have not
I
seen that,
haven't
right?
it.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So because they said he rushed the passer in the Pac-12, he's a defensive player of the year.
And like 9 sacks his last
so
year.
So I'm just wondering, why don't they? But there's some things that got to be tried both on offense and defense. And on offense, you got to talk about the line. How do we fix this line? How do we improve it? What do we do with, is it time for Shatley to take Barch's place? Cam comes back the following week. Where is Walker going to move? Does Walker, so those are the kinds of things that the Jags.
I'm not as worried about the offense. I think at some point
the offense, in fairness,
it's been worse.
I get it,
but I'm still not worried about it because here's why. I think ultimately you can just recognize and realize, okay, these dudes aren't going to block anyone. We're going to have to run stuff. We're good enough. We got enough personnel.
Yeah.
We'll move this, that, or the other. The offensive line wasn't any good last year, and the offense still was able to, to pick it up at the end of the year, especially. So
we have a 1-to-1 financial poll question. I'll give it to you. I know you like to play this game with us. What will the Jags' record be when they get back from London?
2-2.
Here are your choices: 1-4, we're doomed. 2-3, split across the pond. 3-2, London sweep.
2-3.
2-3. You are not alone. But 51% think we'll be 2-3, 26% think we'll be 3-2, 22% think we'll be 1-4.
I don't know what in the hockey sticks anyone has seen to think we're going to be 3-2.
Yeah, I would be.
I don't know what.
It's called blind faith.
Y'all are smoking because
it's called being a fan and having the faith. I guess
our offense, the way it's playing, we won't score on the Bills. I mean, the Bills' defense, by the way, is playing unreal football right now. They had 9 sacks, I think, against.
Oh boy.
against Washington. They have not. They gave up 3 points in that game. They gave up 10 to the Raiders the week before.
Oh no!
So yeah,
I think we got to somehow get a split over there. And here's the problem: if we if we stumble on Sunday, then it's going to be really doom and gloom. Because
then it should be. If we stumble, I'll go this far to say. I mean, you hate to. Well, no, I don't hate to do it because it's what we do.
Yeah.
If they lose to the Falcons, season over, bro.
Oh dear. Oh,
it is. We're terrible.
Oh boy.
If you go over and you have lost back-to-back games to the Texans and Falcons, and then the Bills are waiting there, you're going to be 1-4, and you're terrible.
Yeah, I'll say this. Like I said, and I think we agreed on this yesterday. I think our reaction after 3 games, once all the anger and venom and disappointment and hurt and et cetera leave, is that we now have a team that, okay, we're not a 12-5 football team or a 13-4.
No, we're like last year's team.
Yeah,
we're going to have to.
We're a team that needs to scrap to win the South.
And
one of these other teams is going to emerge, and the good news is in the South is I honestly think 8 and 9 could win.
Well, and don't forget last year the Titans were off to a great. They were dominating the division.
Yes.
We were 3 or 4 games back with only 7 or 8 to play.
Well,
they just tanked.
I can very easily, because he has it, because he likes to make me look foolish.
Right, the December 4th.
Yeah, the
or
December, the Monday, December after the loss to the Lions. I'm not asking for it now.
I thought you was asking
no,
for it.
I'm not.
Okay, my
I'm
bad.
not. But my point is, that was in December. We were dead. We had just lost to the Lions.
And we're talking about
we
we
were
did it
going
in
to
September.
Tennessee.
In September.
It was December. Okay, we had seen what we saw Sunday 8 times. All right, and yet we were not dead. Okay,
I wish we had
but we will never do what happened. Would never happen
again.
And I did ask Jamal about that on air. Because he said the slow starts, and I go, subconsciously, because you guys did what you did last year,
right?
And because his point was we didn't panic at 17-0, and I'm thinking
you should.
Maybe you should though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's right, and they were coming back. The problem is in the NFL when you get down by that much, one little boo-boo, which they had on the kickoff, kills you.
Right.
It
you
offsets.
have no more margin for error.
It took the Jags 10 minutes of quarter time. There's 5 minutes to go in the third quarter to get from 17 down to 7 down. But then one play later, they're back to being basically the same as when they started in the game.
And by the way, that also follows up the disappointment of getting down there and having to settle for a field goal. So you had like 2, momentum killers at that point. By the way, kudos to the Eagles last night. Tampa scored to make it 25-11 with like 10 minutes to go. The Eagles got the kick, and Tampa never got the ball back.
Wow. They imposed their will.
They're so good, man.
It's
so good to watch good teams. I mean, it really is. And I thought we were there, Hick. Now, defensively, you know what else we need here, buddy? We need either an owner who's more football savvy or someone to keep Balky in check. He's running around unchecked.
I don't know about. I mean,
who is questioning why didn't we go get a defensive end?
I would
So
hope.
he out here like Rob.
I would hope the head coach
doing whatever he
Yeah,
wants.
well, it's not working.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm talking about either the president the president, which he considered doing,
yeah,
right, or an assistant, just someone. This dude is just running around unchecked, doing whatever he wants.
I think he's.
I don't think there are many GMs that I mean, I'm not even trying to be silly here.
No, but I think
we need somebody to vet the decision to not add important key personnel.
Yeah.
And to just bring the whole gang back who just went 9-8, like we were 14-3 and in the Super Bowl.
We should have Balky call this show every Tuesday for a GM chat.
Yeah.
And we could tell him what to do.
Sure.
Trent, we have been imploring you since the offseason to add a defensive end. Why won't you do this? All right, we got Chris Doering next.
Yeah, I want to double check this. I don't want to get.
Okay.
I want to see exactly when they got the ball. Yeah, they got the ball with 9:22. They got the kick when the Bucs
ran
had
out
scored.
the clock?
They got the ball on their own 20, first and 10 at their own 25, and they ran out the clock. The Bucs never got the ball back.
Let's talk some Gator football. When we come back, Chris Doering will join us.
Yeah, for sure. The Doering Report as we go to break. A birthday shout out to
please.
to my beautiful, talented,
yes,
better half. Today is Mrs. P. Mrs. P's birthday today. So,
Hey.
give her a hug and a happy birthday if you see her out and about.
It being September.
Yeah, September 26th. So,
And you remember?
Yeah, it's a great day. Yeah, I did remember.
Wow.
It's
Did you get her a gift?
Well, when you're a kid, when your kids though are grown,
Such a different man now.
when the kids are grown, it's easier to keep up because they want to come over and they want to, when they're living there, they don't know. So, hopefully she's in the vehicle right now. I don't know for sure, but if not,
Happy birthday, Mrs.
P.
P. Fine lady.
Hugs and kisses.
Wonderful woman.
All right, let's come back with Chris Doring next on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
San Francisco, Philadelphia, and Miami. That's all we got left as undefeated teams in the National Football League. I don't think the 72 Dolphins are going to have to wait a lot this year. Think about how difficult it is in this league of parity to win 3 games in a row. Only 3 teams of 32 remain. That's an incredible number. Which of them have the best chance? Who knows? I mean, who knows? Every one of them is going to have a stinker at some point on some Sunday afternoon or Monday or Thursday. But right now, 3 stand tall.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hey, there are tough, interesting economic times out there, right? And what's comforting for me is to know that my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, guys, I'm good at ball scores, but I ain't any good at understanding what's going on economically. But my guys, Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, they know what they're doing, and that's why my money is making money as I get closer and closer to retirement. And look, Mom, Junebug used them. My son, Drew uses them. And you know why? Because we meet with them. They listen to us. They hear our goals. And then they give us an individualized strategy. So if you have any financial questions, get in the game, man. ITP Partners always there to help. Any info, Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 904-312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Mike Dempsey here, and I'm here with Paige, a new friend and the owner of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Thanks to Awaken 180, I've now dropped 22.6 pounds in just 4 weeks, but it's not about the number. Paige, after 9 years, what continues to inspire you?
It's so inspiring to hear people change their lives and to be a part of that every day. The more people who can transform their lives and feel better and be more confident and be happier and see that change come through in every aspect of their life, not just in their weight or how they look or the clothes that they wear, but in their career and in their family and how they inspire their kids. That's why we do this.
Thanks, Paige. Changing lives without medication, the gym, or fasting. If you're ready to make a 180 with your health, Choose the solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey, John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com. Jim Kelly, Warren Sapp, and 1010XL's Pro Bowl offensive lineman Leon Searcy. Hurricane history is loaded with superstars.
Find out what you need to know about the Kings on the Performance Painting Hurricane Report
on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here. Have you ever had your carpets professionally cleaned only to have them looking dingy again? Well, use the pros at Zero Res. They use patented ZR water that cleans beautifully, and that means there is zero residue left behind. Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. I call it the Game Day Special. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129, and they clean a 4th room free. That's right, 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Did you know that all graduates of Local 234's apprenticeship program are licensed journeymen? That means all plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC techs will have hundreds of hours of experience and have passed the Jacksonville City Licensed Journeyman exam. They're the best trained and safest skilled tradespeople in the industry. Don't leave yourself exposed to inadequate workmanship or even danger. Always hire a licensed journeyman. Local 234. Make the right connection. Equal opportunity employer.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Best Bet is number 1. That's right. Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play against a designated player, one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war. Just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. More at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
He played wide receiver and wore number 28 for the head ball coach with over 2,000 yards and 31 touchdowns for the Gators. His teammates called him Captain Doe. He's now an analyst for SEC Network. And here on The Drill, Chris Dory.
Brought to you by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Always good to talk to our friend Chris Doering from the SEC Network, the former Gator. You all know him. You all love him. Sometimes they don't like you. Sometimes they love you, Chris, so that's good. Join the club.
Hey, I got a letter. You know, it's amazing the time that people will take to communicate. I got a letter about how I need to not let Paul Feinbaum goad me into criticizing Gator fans for being impatient, that everybody's impatient. So, I mean, I guess there's people out there that have a lot of extra time on their hands, man, because I could even imagine sitting down and penning a letter about something somebody says on a TV or radio program.
I got to be honest. I will say this, and I'm 60 years old, and I sit here like a fanboy, and I you guys are in a tough spot in one respect, and you kind of have to make a decision as you go about your career. And Chris has gone through it, and the Gators are not the Gators. Chris Doering, to me, is one of the all-time Gators. Like, he grew up in Gainesville. He went to games as a kid. family worked there. I mean, he's Gator through and through. That would be a guy, if you said to me, who bleeds orange and blue, I would say Chris Doering. I know Chris Doering watches those games but is also his job. He's asked his honest opinion. And so, but yet what the fans will always tell me, man, Tebow picked Tennessee, or
right.
or man, Doering says this, or and so I get it. Like as a fanboy, I sometimes I'm like, gosh, why would he do that? And then you realize, well, that's because they're better.
I'm not cheering. Anytime I pick against Florida,
Right.
I'm not cheering that I'm right. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. Actually, I promise you, Tebow doesn't actually want Tennessee to beat Florida. There's nobody, like you said, that has grown up and
Right.
been more passionate about the Florida Gators than Tebow or myself. And so I promise you, it's a case where we got to have a little bit of unbiased opinion that's being communicated in there. Hey, been a lot of times over the last 10 years that the teams that Florida's played against are better than what we are right now.
Chris, I was thinking about this matchup, this Florida-Kentucky matchup, which I guess is starting to become more of a rivalry as Florida settles down closer to that Kentucky level. And I think people are going crazy that they've won. You know, Kentucky's beaten them 2 in a row, and Mark Stoops has figured them out. And they don't, I think, really reflect on just how miraculous the long winning streak was over Kentucky. I mean, the game where you scored the touchdown. Shoot, I can remember a game in the early 90s where Pookie Jones came in and just about ruined the party for winning the SEC.
Yeah.
So Kentucky and Florida have played close games through the years. It's just Florida would come out on top in some
crazy way,
you know, year in and year out. And so, I don't think that this is like signaling the death of Florida football, that suddenly they're competitive with Kentucky, but they do need, for the growth of the program, to get an important road win this week, no?
Well, it's ironic that you bring that up, because I was just actually reading about Coach Spurrier and his dominance over Kentucky. And when he was at South Carolina, he mentioned that, hey, those years at Florida were much different than his final years in Columbia, because the talent level had been improved so considerably in Lexington. Like, those are not the days that Kentucky was an easy walkover, and I think we've seen that in the last 5. Florida's lost 3 of those. The talent gap is very has been narrowed considerably, and I'd say in a lot of ways in recent years has been maybe to the advantage of Kentucky. So I think that's a credit to Coach Stoops, what he's done there, the second longest tenured coach in the SEC. This is the team heading into the year that I picked as the second best team in the East, and while they've shown flashes of having that capability, the consistency has eluded them, particularly in offense, for the first month of the season. So I'm interested to see how this thing plays out. But Kentucky has a chance to win 3 in a row over Florida for the first time since Bear Bryant was the coach. That was a 4-game winning streak for the Cats that finished in 1951. So, again, that speaks to how one-sided this rivalry's been over the last 50 years plus.
As a receiver who would often run over the middle, where do you rate that catch you saw by Ricky Pearsall? I mean, I was combing my brain. I don't know if I've ever seen a better catch by a Florida Gator.
By anyone. Tell me a better catch by anyone.
It was incredible.
For a couple reasons.
Yeah.
Right? You see guys like OBJ make plays like that in the back of the end zone, but to do it over the middle of the field when you know you're about to get hit is crazy. And the hit he took was a pretty substantial one that drew a flag. Secondly, it was weird because he did it with his right hand. Running down the left seam and putting your right hand up is not something like natural. I would have, particularly being a former baseball player, you reach out with your left and try to corral it that way. But the fact that he caught it with one hand, stabbed it to the point where he didn't even need the second hand, and took the hit and came down with it was pretty amazing. But I listened to his post-game interview and said, I want to thank my teammates and thank Graham and thank the other people and thank the equipment staff for the gloves. I can promise you what you saw what you saw Saturday from him and what you saw from Mike Evans last night. I don't know if you saw the catch on Monday Night Football, but those catches are all benefiting the type of glove technology that's evolved. I'm not taking anything away. He acknowledged it himself. It's almost to the point, remember when we were younger, Lester Haynes was out there playing with the Stickum. It's almost an equivalent of that with the way that the technology's improved so much.
Chris, let me ask you a question. As a player, we can go back to your Florida days where, or onto the NFL, which I don't think this is as big a factor because the teams are all so close in talent. But Billy Napier said something, and it just seems like more spin than reality. So I'm going to ask you, when you were a player and you were getting ready for this week's game, was it better to have played poorly and sloppy the week before, or was it better to have been on point and feel like you're gaining momentum? And I'm noting that, Napier pointing out that sometimes a sloppy win can benefit a team more than a blowout win, and I think that's what you say when you play as much sloppy football as you do productive football. But how did that suit you?
Well, let me say this, and I don't mean to sound cocky, but there were very few instances where we played it. We didn't play sloppily all that frequently. I mean, it was
that's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, we were rolling back in the day, as you guys remember. But in the instances where we didn't play as well, I mean, it was certainly a point of emphasis in practice, and we could win by 4 touchdowns, and this, having played for Coach Spurrier, a very offensive-minded guy who's calling the plays. If we didn't score on as many drives as he thought we should have scored on, then he was frustrated. So that was, we'd go back and look at the tape, and I've always said the best time to coach from a mistake cleaning things up standpoint is when you play poorly and you win, and I think the attention to detail, for a couple reasons. I mean, let's be honest. You go from playing Tennessee to playing Charlotte. You could say whatever you want about, every game means the same, but it doesn't. Going against an opponent like that doesn't get you going. It'll get you going this week. I actually am a little disappointed the game's being played at noon because I think it takes a little bit of the intensity away. But I do, think that Kentucky will get Florida's full focus, and I think they'll do that because of the way they went about finishing on offense. I mean, you get to the red zone 5 times, you only score 1 touchdown and settle for 4 field goals. That's not good enough. But I still see Graham Mertz, throwing for a really high completion percentage. I see the opportunity there to run the ball and continue to put up big numbers on the ground, which will be an important part this week. With as good as Kentucky's defense is, you'll get healthy, presumably, with Mazuka and Igwakin returning to practice this week and all. So I do think there's a lot that you could coach off of it, but the way you execute is a habit too. And I don't want to get in the habit of saying, well, at least they won the game, because I think you hold yourself, particularly on offense, to a higher standard than, wow, we just went out there and scored 22 points and won the game.
Part of being the coach at the University of Florida is dealing with a huge media contingent. I mean, there maybe as many as any in the country cover this specific school, and that's great because of the passion, the fan interest. It's a positive thing, but it can be trying at times. I thought, and I've watched Billy Napier obviously in a ton of press conference situations. I thought he was a little combative, Billy, on after the game Saturday. I feel like, and I wonder. And listen, you watched your coach go through it too at Florida. I mean, it wears on you if you won, but you didn't win by enough, or there's little thing, But look, 10 men on the field in special teams, or hey, man, half the teams in college football lost, so it's not easy to win. Those types of comments, they don't endear him to everything that's going on. I wonder how trying that part of the job is. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a tough job, and you guys know this. When Coach Spurrier decided to move on, he talked about how difficult it was being the CEO of Gator football and the expectation that the fans have had. And going back to the thing I said at the first part of the interview, with the fan expectation is a much different one. When you guys and I were younger, the mantra at Florida was wait till next year. Right. It was like, hey, we're going to get there one of these days, and then it became, well, if we're not in Atlanta winning SEC titles every single year, there's something wrong. And I think you're seeing that in Athens now. Actually, to be honest, on our show yesterday morning, multiple Georgia fans complaining about Mike Bobo, wondering why the offense isn't playing as well. By the way, they scored on 6 of their 8 possessions of the game. The first 8 possessions, they scored 6 touchdowns. I mean, it's pretty good, and I think we all just get a little bit spoiled. And so I think that happened to Florida fans to some degree. And at the end of the day, it is tough to win. I think it's even more difficult to win in college football, as we've talked about the parity increasing and how the talent level has been, dispersed across college football landscape. So I think sometimes some things are better left, maybe not talked more about. I mean, I acknowledging how difficult it is, but at some point, the more you talk about it, the more it sounds like an excuse, I think.
All right, before we let you go, last thing for Chris Doering. Just how do you see this game playing out Saturday? Gators and the Cats. Florida ranked 22nd, and Kentucky, I have not watched them a lot. I know they have Devin Leary. I hear he's been okay. Mertz has been, by the way, terrific for doing exactly what he's been asked to do. Tough kid. He's playing much better than any of us had anticipated. So, tip of the cap to Graham Mertz and how he's played. But how do you see this game playing out Saturday?
Yeah, I think Kentucky, to me, has been one of the more disappointing stories to this point in the season, and that's crazy saying that they're 4-0 right now,
Sure.
but they really haven't played anyone yet. They haven't really been tested. You've seen them put together streaks on offense where they look really good. As you mentioned, Devin Leary comes over from NC State. He's one of the most recruited quarterbacks in the transfer portal this offseason. Kentucky lands him. Liam Cohen returns, who I have a lot of respect for. For those that don't know, Liam Cohen, was the offensive coordinator 2 years ago in Lexington, went to the NFL, and then came back. This dude is an absolute genius. And I talked to him in Lexington when I went up for the Florida-Kentucky game. He could not talk enough about how much our 90s teams influenced him, how much he was a fan of Coach Spurrier. A lot of tip of the advisor specifically to what Coach Spurrier did in impacting his career. So it was kind of cool to see what he's been able to do and some of the roots of that. But they just have not been very consistent. They have had slow starts, and even when they have a fast start like they did against Vanderbilt on Saturday, they take the foot off the gas and don't quite finish. They have issues on the offensive line at times again, which was an issue last year. They have Devin Leary can look great on a couple throws and then miss some really easy ones. So it goes similar to what we talked about before with Tennessee. Like, all right, if you're a Kentucky fan, are you frustrated that you haven't been able to get the four-quarter performance that you think you probably need and are capable of having? Or do you look at it and say, man, we have some really good moments. All we got to do is clean this thing up, and we got a chance to be a really good team. I'm not sure they do it against Florida's defense, and as we talked about earlier, I'm going to pick it the way I see it. I think Florida wins a close one. I think it's a low-scoring game, two really good defenses. But I do have faith in the guy that you just talked about, Graham Mertz, and executing this offense and being more consistent than what I think Devin Leary is right now.
All right, well, great stuff as always. Always good to catch up to you. Appreciate the time, Chris, and thanks for all you do.
And let us be the only show you will appear on all week that didn't play the Doering's Got a Touchdown highlight for the 8,000th time in your career.
That's a good point. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, see, there you
go.
go.
The game's a
See
little
what we
later
did?
this year than what it was. And I promise you they will not be playing that in the in-state or the in-stadium board up there like they do here in Florida.
All right, my man.
Thank
Thanks.
you, my man.
See you guys.
Have a
There
great
he
week.
is.
As always, guests here on The Drill appear on the All-Pro Roofing Hotline. We will take a quick timeout, come back on the other side. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hear ye, hear ye.
London is calling. It's the return to legendary Wembley Stadium.
Welcome to Camelot.
A chance to make history in a house of historical performances.
It's quite unbelievable.
It's the London Special.
I wouldn't miss that for the world. It'd be smashing good fun.
Jaguars and Falcons. Live in London. Sunday morning at 9:30 on 1010XL.
It's my radio.
Home of the Jaguars.
Randy Marion Cadillac is the new name in Jacksonville.
And the place to go for the best selection of Cadillacs.
We've got XT5s and XT6s.
With 2.9% financing for 36 months.
And an additional $1,500 off if financed through Cadillac Financial.
And the price and selection you've been looking for with Cadillac certified pre-owned vehicles.
There's never been a better time to buy a Cadillac than right now.
Price and selection is what makes Randy Marion the king of price.
And a family that's been making great deals for more than 30 years.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey guys, Hicken here. It's hot. The oven is on, and it ain't getting any cooler. Unless you stay cooler with Bueller. Bueller Air, still locally owned and still treating their growing customer base like they're part of the family. Go ahead and Google them yourself. Bueller Air, B-U-E-H-L-E-R. You won't find better rated air conditioning company in town. I use them, so I already know. Like I said, it's getting hotter than ever outside, so stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mitchell Yass, and I am no longer the most unknown world-renowned pain elimination specialist, thanks to you and my 1010XL radio show, The Pain-Free Living Hour. You can re-listen to all 14 episodes on my YouTube channel, Dr. Mitchell Yas, and have your pain eliminated with treatment in my office or online over Zoom. Book your appointment today. 904-906-YASS or at livewithoutpains.com.
Gang, Dan Hicken here. Are you tired of having your carpets professionally cleaned only to have them look dingy again? My guys at Zero Res can help you out. It's in the technology. Zero Res uses its patented ZR water. Hick, what's ZR water? Well, it cleans beautifully without using soaps, detergents, or shampoos. That means there is zero residue, ZR, left behind. Right now, Zero Res falling back in time, but you better hurry. For September, you're going to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and we'll clean a 4th room for free. That's right. Say the 4th room is on me. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Legally Blonde is now at the Alhambra Theater for the first time ever, and the ladies from Helmets and Heels will be broadcasting at the Alhambra on Tuesday, October 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. So get the ladies together and get your tickets today at alhambrajacks.com. That's alhambrajacks.com.
Yo. It's your main man, E.T. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing right now for football season, so check the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. Make sure you take advantage of the brand new cash out system, giving you more options to bet and win all season long. First 2 legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the bread on another bet, or let that thing ride out for a chance at a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in on the action. So start the football season right now as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. Just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. Again, that promo code is 1010XL.com to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free chip to use at the MyBookie Casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Look, I've got a week 4 Awaken 180 weight loss update, and I'm actually shocked to be sharing it with you. In my 4th week, I dropped another 5.6 pounds. Look, I expected fast results week 1, maybe even week 2, but to lose 5.6 pounds in week 4, incredible. It's what my coach told me would happen, but like most of you, when you hear something you think is too good to be true, you need proof. Well, I'm seeing the proof each week, and I hope my results are proof to you. I'm now down 22.6 pounds in only 4 weeks, and everybody is noticing, from coworkers to neighbors, wondering what I'm doing. I tell them Awaken 180 has changed the way I look at weight loss. And on top of that, belts that barely fit me before, I've now notched down to the 5th hole. Guys, ladies, losing weight with Awaken 180 is easy, and the best part, it'll be the last time doing it thanks to free support for life. If you want the same results, choose the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, online at awaken180weightloss.com. awaken180weightloss.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars,
Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. Following the Texans' loss, Jag head coach Doug Peterson wants to emphasize to his players this is a new season.
You want to pick up where you left off, but you know it's a new season.
Safety Andre Sisco thinks perhaps the loss to the Texans will serve as a spark for the team.
I think tough losses kind of do have a way of reminding you of a certain game.
Jaguar offensive lineman Luke Faulkner says watching the film from the Texans' loss wasn't fun.
It was hard. You saw a lot of great individual efforts, but when it mattered, we couldn't come together and finish it.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by J-Dog Junk Removal, veteran owned and operated.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it.
All right, lots of sports concepts and rationalizations. But before we get to that, and by the way, we do have a prize pack. Is that correct, E?
That is correct.
What are we handing out today, Frank?
We got a pair of tickets to see former guitar player for Genesis, Steve Hackett, live at the Florida Theater on March 1st. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
All right, wonderful.
Nathaniel's cousin.
You said and more. I have a question for you, Jeff Prosser.
Sure. Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do in life is to play Fast Money watching Family Feud.
Okay.
All right. I love to play Fast Money. I love Steve Harvey. I love the show. And it's on a lot of times while I'm in the television office because it's on in the afternoon. I have a question for you.
All right.
You're on the Family Feud.
Let's play the feud.
Holmes is with you.
I got the news on Holmes, by the way, just a second.
Nancy's with you. Your mom.
Okay.
Let's say Mrs. P goes, and maybe you bring, I don't know if any, one of your kids or
my brother.
Oh, your brother, or maybe you change things up and you bring your son-in-law Carlos. I don't know.
Okay.
But you got 5 Prossers up there.
I could see Carlos with the whole culture clash and just having a huge choke. I wouldn't want to do that.
Okay.
To him.
Uncle Steve would go crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So, But here's the deal. The Prosser family gets red hot.
Okay.
And they win day 1.
Okay.
They win day 2. They
Nice.
win day 3.
Yeah.
They win day 4. And day 5, they win. And when they win day 5.
Is that it? They make you go home?
You go home, but you go home with a brand new car. I don't know if you know this.
So who gets the car?
That's my question.
I think you sell it, don't you?
Who
Or
gets
whoever needs
the car,
it.
E?
In my
It's a big. That's somebody. I asked this question yesterday. Somebody said that's when the real Family Feud starts.
No, here's the answer.
Yeah.
For me, it would be this.
Yeah.
Who went? Who's going? Me, Holmes, Nance.
Your brother, you said, and Mrs. P.
Mrs. P and Carlos. We'll put Carlos.
All right, Carlos.
Because he gets the car. Because he needs the car the most of the 5 of us that are there. The rest of us all have cars.
Okay.
And he has a car, but he has an old
I've
beater,
never understood this part of the feud. I think it's
car.
the dumbest show to go on because you only win.
Yeah,
you only
hardly
win
any
like
money.
if you win $20,000, that's $4,000 each. You got to pay tax.
The game shows have not kept up with inflation.
No, Feud has it. Most of them have, but Feud
What
has
about
not.
Survivor? Still gives the same million they've been given for years.
But $1 million has a nice ring to it, man.
It's not
$1 million
anymore.
is $1 million. The Feud, and then yesterday, also in Fast Money, when they play Fast Money, guys, I'm a veteran of this. They either want you to win or they don't want you to win. And so they
how
ask
hard the questions are?
Oh yeah, it's like it's a layup or it's next to impossible.
The worst Fast Monies are where there's only really one answer that can pop into your
Correct.
head.
Yeah. Correct.
Like some of them, there's 3 or 4, and you have to pick one. But sometimes I can't. What?
And
I got nothing else.
And you're always amazed at the stupidity of America. But America came through on this question. But here is the all-time question that is going to give you both you and your partner playing fast. Who's playing Fast Money in the Prosser family, by the way? I know you are.
Yeah, that would probably be me and probably my mom.
Mom. All right.
Yeah.
She go first. You clean
She'd
it
go
up.
first. I'd clean it up.
All
My
right.
favorite part of Fast Money is when one or the other has an unbelievable round,
And
either
then
to the bad
next
or to
one
the
jokes.
good. Like I saw this girl. I saw one on YouTube. I watched where the first one went up and got 12 points, and dude came in and got
And cleaned it up.
did it. He got every
that
number one.
rarely
answer.
happens.
I know, but it's
so
fun.
anyway. Here's the question yesterday, and I'm going and I'm in there with Marcel, and I said
Marcel Ozuna.
Marcel Robinson, the sprinter.
Darius.
You know him well.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Marcel, this is my back. But anyways.
Yeah. So this is my
You're not allowed to run smack when you're the one that had to beg out with injury. That's just, you see what I'm
How's
saying?
the rehab coming?
Yeah.
It's coming, man.
All right.
I ain't started. Like
So here's the
I look at his
question.
face in there. He ain't done a bit of rehab.
Yeah.
Not a second.
I did. I went to rehab last week.
All right.
I went one time. Here's the question. And this question, by the way, I said, Marcel, we're going to find out how dumb America is because there are only two answers, and the two answers should total 100 points.
Okay.
And it's the last question. Oftentimes, the last question will be like, when Santa Claus comes down the chimney, he brings what? Toys.
Name something Santa brings down the chimney.
Yeah.
That's how they say it.
All right. So here's the question.
Okay. It always starts with name.
All right.
Name
a
this.
country that borders the United States.
Oh, my God.
That was the question.
There's only two.
So first dude goes Mexico.
Fair.
49.
Okay.
And I said, Marcel,
There won't be.
better be 51 for Canada or America is dumb.
The idiocracy.
And I'm betting against America here.
Sure.
I'm betting against our country,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah.
So
A 100 people survey, top two answers on the board.
And so she obviously got like 158. It's their last day. They've won the car, but they've only won like 20 grand. So clearly,
What kind of car is it, by the way? Do we know?
it's like an SUV.
Okay.
It's the same red car that's been there for 40 years. I don't think they really get the car.
I think Price is Right just hands them down.
I think you're right. So the second dude is choking like a dog, and it comes down to the last question. But I go, don't worry. All they need to do is earn 100 points because that question alone is going to be worth 100 points.
Well, it should be.
Unless he totally chokes. So name a country that borders the United States, they asked the dude. Mexico. Try again. Canada. Ding, 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 ding. So we get to the fifth question because sometimes you earn the money before you get to the fifth question, and then Steve rattles off all the number ones.
Yeah.
Canada and Jeff Prosser, my faith in America was restored. 51.
Okay, good. I thought that may be going somewhere different.
That's feud talk.
All right. Well, speaking of family,
Yes, sir.
is moonlighting frowned upon here at 1010XL? Like if I go get a second job, I'm considering a second job.
I have two jobs. There's not frowned upon.
Okay. Well, mine wouldn't be media related.
Is this a side hustle?
This would be a bit of a side hustle. Correct. But we haven't started yet.
Okay.
I'm thinking about
This is an idea to make money.
Well, it would be not for all of us. It would be for me because I'm having to put in the hard work here and then something that I didn't think I was equipped for. But after yesterday, I have a new lease on handyman life. I would like to start Prosser and Sons handyman service.
You and your dad hung your TV.
So I didn't tell the story yesterday because we didn't get around to it. We were too busy, blaspheming the Jacksonville Jaguars for their pitiful performance on Sunday.
Yes.
It was pitiful. I bought a new TV over the weekend. I haven't bought a TV since we moved into the house 15 years ago, right? I mean, so I got a TV. I wanted a big TV, right? The old TV we had was like 42 inches. I was ready to go big or go home, right? I wanted a TV that I was going to have the Geek Squad come out and hang on the wall, and I wanted to get either the surround sound or get the soundboard. You know what a sound bar is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get one of those, right? Do you have a sound bar at your house?
We do.
Okay, so anyway, I want to do all that. So I do. I go with Mrs. P on Saturday, and we buy a new TV.
Okay.
And now she is into this prospect of getting a big, huge TV as I am. Now I'm not going to get 85 or even 75 inches, mind you, but I don't want 55. I want a 65-inch TV. You know, I want a big boy. Now, my house isn't small, but the way my TV room is set up, it's kind of narrow. So, like, the way that you have to watch TV, there's not a lot of room between where the sofa is and the wall is. Now, if you could turn around and watch it the other way, which you can't because of outlets and other things, it would be fine. So, I'm a little nervous about the 65. I bring the 65 home. I'm going to get the Geek Squad. I'm going to pay them $119, whatever these jokers, to come hang it for me and get it all taken care of. And so I call my dad and say, no, don't do that. I can do it. I'm like, really? Sure? I mean, I'm talking about like running it through
Holmes
the wall.
Prosser.
Holmes, sure.
Engineer, though.
Yeah, I told him. He's like Tim the Tool Man after all. With Terry the Tool Man, I called him yesterday.
Okay.
So anyway, I come home. I put it, before we can hang it or do anything, I do put this big, it is a monstrosity.
Pull it out of the box.
I pull it out of the box. I put it on a stand, and I put it on our console where the old TV was, and it just overpowers the room. And I'm like, oh my God, Mrs. P's never going to have this. So I'm going to have to take this thing back. But I'm thinking, well, If I get it hung, it's going to go back another couple of feet. It'll
Okay.
go up a little higher. It won't be as overpowering.
Okay.
So I call my dad, to help.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, it's good to have a Georgia Tech grad in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I literally, if I went to, what's this place over here where you attach all the Swedish
Depot.
place? No, where you attach all your furniture. What's it called?
IKEA.
IKEA.
Yeah.
Like, if I go to, I'm screwed at IKEA. I can't follow the directions that
Oh,
come.
it's frustrating.
Like the diagrams and the
Uh-huh.
and where they're. It just confused me so bad I can't even use it. Holmes didn't even have to use that, man.
He didn't need that.
He pulls out. Because we got to put up a bracket.
He's
we gotta,
drilling.
We got to put hole. We got to do everything. He just looks at it, goes to the screws, grabs the ones he needs. I'm like, what?
Look at the box.
Yeah, he doesn't even look at the box.
Where do you want it, son?
But the point being, we put the bracket on the TV. We hung that. We mounted the bracket. We hung the TV on the
Straight.
bracket.
It's straight.
It's completely level. We put the holes in, so we run the cords through and
Cords
out.
through the wall.
So you got
Don't see him hanging.
No, you don't see anything hanging.
Beautiful.
So we do that, and it's basically, there was one point where we were putting in one of the important screws, and Holmes forgot to put a washer in there. So I feel like I saved the whole project by saying, Dad, we need a washer there. So that was my pretty much contribution at that point.
That's where the and sons comes in.
Yeah, for sure. But we get it going, and we get it up. And I mean, it looks spectacular. Like, we could go to any house in the Jordan Creek Plantation and put up one for $100 today. It wouldn't take us but an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so he comes, he goes, he gets it hung. It looks fantastic. I mean, I'm just over. You know how when you get a new, I feel like a kid at Christmas, man. I check out a big, huge TV. It's mounted like I want it. Then it comes time for the sound bar, Dan.
Oh, okay.
Well, in the sound bar, I don't have the cable. I think I need a cable to plug in, but I'm so proud of myself then. I did a little research, and things are new enough that it actually has a Bluetooth connection.
Okay.
I got it all figured out. It's all on my one remote on my TV, so now I'm good to go. I've got a hung, wall-mounted 65-inch TV with
Is the sound bar floating?
The sound bar is below it on
Okay.
it sits right below it on the console. That's right, and it is just popping out stereo sound. I'm just in hog heaven.
Yeah.
You clicked it on and it worked beautiful.
Oh, I click it on. It's working perfect. I got a big, huge,
You and Holmes sat back on the Davenport and had a brew.
Holmes went off to do more.
He
of his
went
little
off, I'm
chores.
leaving.
Yeah, he had something else to
I
do.
got something to do, son.
Correct.
Wait till it's time to update or something. Jeff don't
I
know.
can't. There's no updating. Yeah, no, this thing's brand new. It's a 2024
Locked
television.
and loaded.
There'll be some software updates and stuff that'll have to come.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very proud of myself.
You should be.
I'm proud
Congratulations.
for the little bit of help that I did in Holmes getting that thing up. It's definitely a two-man job, but the soundbar thing, I mean, I was about to get in the car, and go looking for HDMI cables and stuff, and I said, you know what, before I do that,
They got to be Bluetooth.
let me YouTube this son of a gun. And sure enough, it
Well
showed
done.
me, and boom, there we go. So there you have it. Prosser and Son.
I like that.
Not Sons.
Now available.
No, the other brother of mine, he's running off to Mexico somewhere and living. So, there's no sons. It's
Has he
Prosser
moved?
and Son. Not yet, but they will at some point.
Okay. Well, anyway, the daughter is a senior.
That's
Senior
right.
year.
She's a senior at Ponte Vedra High. Correct.
Wonderful.
My niece.
Yes. All right. Well, that's good. Listen, man, the Chargers won the game, but they lost a player.
That guy's always hurt.
Yeah. He gone. He's done.
Yeah.
And so Mike Williams won't play again, the wide receiver. So the injuries just seem to be striking here in the National Football League as we continue to move on. Last night, the Bengals saved their season for at least another week. I don't know. But you know what they did do? They went and they won a game that they were supposed to win against the Rams. So I tell you, the guy who I hear a lot of raving about is that, and I can't say his last name because it's like Amarano or Amarino or whatever, the DC for Cincinnati. Remember how against the Chiefs, he bottled up Mahomes, and then last night they were raving about his defensive game plan, and this guy's been here 5 years, they said, and every single year in Cincinnati, the defense has gotten better statistically, scoring and yards. Well, that's as good as it gets. So why isn't he a head coach? Is he going to be a head coach at some point? I think he will be, but he's not yet. So let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll go around the NFL when we come back.
Like it.
641-1010 right now is the number to call. Come kind, come courteous, come correct, and you can go hear some guitar stick, unlike anybody else. Is that correct?
That is correct. I got a pair of tickets to see former guitar player of Genesis, Steve Hackett, live at the Florida Theater on March 1st. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It's the gateway to game day.
You ready, champ? I'm ready for this my whole life.
Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pregame Friday.
It's the greatest halftime
happening in sports. Brought to you by MyBookie and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Hicken here for Lockhart Construction. Guys, Shane Lockhart, his dad started the company. Shane runs it. His guys are Jacksonville guys. They take care of Jacksonville people. They take care of people like me. Listen, I've used Lockhart Construction on more than one occasion, and they've done a terrific job inside my home. You know, you open up your home to a construction job, and you got people going in and out of your house all day. They become like, for us, the Lockhart Construction Group became like friends, man. Somebody you need to use. No construction job too big, no construction job too small, with all due respect to Prosser and Son. So if you have a construction need or an idea, give Shane Lockhart a call. He'll call you right back. He's at 994-3865. Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
This month only at Key Buick GMC, save up to $6,000 on new Buicks or combine big savings with low APR to fit any budget, like 1.9% APR financing with $1,250 Conquest rebate. Enjoy a low APR like 1.9 for 36 months or 4.10 APR up to 60 months, and even 5.04% for up to 72 months. As always, whenever you purchase a brand new vehicle from Key, it always comes with the lifetime powertrain warranty. Across the street from Tinseltown, Southside and Gate.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at jaguars.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase to enter or win. Must be 18 or older and a legal resident of Florida or Georgia. Promotion period 9/5/23 through 12/15/23. For official rules and complete details, visit jaguars.com. Sponsored by Jacksonville Jaguars, LLC.
Are you an experienced automotive technician and tired of working for employers who put profit over people? Then come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road and get trained on how to diagnose and rebuild today's complex transmissions. See how we're different. Get traction on your career and come to Action.
Equal opportunity employer.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by November 2nd.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them a solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like. Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Bob Arablo here, president of Your Jacksonville Icemen. Thanks to the doctors and staff at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, our team is well taken care of. We're proud to be associated with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is ready to help you too. We'd like to thank the coaches and schools who trust in our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Sunset comes a little earlier these days, and Hidden Hills Golf Club offers discounted twilight rates starting at 2 p.m. So you'll surely get your round in before darkness. Visit HiddenHillsGC.com and book your next tee time.
Clearwater.
John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater Irrigation
and drainage too.
Ackerman Urology's new Beaches location is now open, conveniently located on Atlantic Boulevard near Hodges. Visit the experts at Ackerman for all your prostate and urological concerns. AckermanUrology.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Florida head coach Billy Napier is calling this week's game against Kentucky big.
I think this is a big week. Obviously, Kentucky has a really good football team. Our players are well aware of the program Kentucky has. They've beaten us 2 years in a row.
Florida football will get another afternoon kickoff when it hosts Vanderbilt for homecoming on October 7th at the Swamp. The Gators will face Vanderbilt at 4 p.m. The University of Florida will look to avenge a loss from Vanderbilt from last season. The high school football state championship games are heading to Tallahassee. The Florida High School Athletic Association announced that all 9 classifications will play title games at Florida A&M's Ken Riley Field at Bragg Memorial Stadium. Games will be played December 7th through the 9th. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:13 and it's 75 degrees out. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Today's Power Poll is brought to you by Royal Pest Services Jacksonville.
Oh! No. Last week,
I hit it. I nailed it.
The Jags were 9th. I don't think you did nail it. I think you guys were both wrong, if I remember correctly.
I know I was big wrong.
I said 8, and he said like 18.
Okay. I need numbers, please. If Jeff was closest, then you get to go first. Last week, the Jags were 9th. It's getting kind of hectic.
We're terrible, man. We're going to take a big fall. We should. We'll still be ahead of teams that are 2-1 and better than us because we've been on that other side in the past. Where how's this team ahead of us? So we're going to go down to about where E had us last week. We're going to be 18th in the Power Poll this week. 18th.
E.
Big dub, 2-0-20.
Okay. We're going to work from the bottom up. That's the slap in the face.
That's where we are now, yeah.
That's the slap in the face, and deservedly so, Jags. Play better. The worst team in the NFL is the Chicago Bears. They tumbled all the way down to 32 from 20.
Wow.
Yeah. And right behind them, the Denver
Apparently
Broncos.
I said 13th last week, according to the text line.
Okay.
So it could be very true. Mm-hmm. So I was closer, but we were both bad. Oh, that's right. We weren't expecting top 10. Okay. My bad.
The Denver Broncos were 31st. Are 31st.
That's a tough. That is a good.
By the way, the Broncos and Bears play this weekend. It's been flexed to Saturday afternoon.
Thursday
on the Home
morning.
Garden Network.
Thursday morning.
Needs to make those jokes.
Are they? Do they really play this week?
Yes, they do.
I don't know.
Who wins Broncos Bears?
Where is it? Chicago. I think the Bears are better than the Broncos. I think if you give up 70, you should be last. I don't. Give a care.
Well,
they don't have a
Bears,
win, do they?
The Bears gave up 41 and a half. If I remember correctly.
Does Russell Wilson get benched in the middle of the year? This is his last year in Denver, right? He ain't going to be Sean Payton's guy.
He hasn't been the problem, though.
I know he hadn't, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's coach or quarterback, and Payton ain't going to say it's him.
Carolina's 30th.
By the way, just one more thing about Sean Payton. How's that Nathaniel Hackett? Yep. How's that working there, big boy? I didn't see him give up 70 last year.
That did not age well.
Yeah.
Carolina's 30th. They're 0-3. Tennessee's 29th. Glad we're not playing them this week.
Seems a little harsh.
Houston moved up to 28 from 31.
Big win.
Which tells you they don't really respect Houston.
Right.
The only team that should respect Houston is us. Because we're their you-know-what. And we are, man. Golly.
Yeah, we detailed that at great length.
The Vegas Raiders are 27. Jimmy G's in concussion protocol. The 0-3 Vikings are 26. Arizona's 25. The Jets are 24. Biggest issue on offense. Surprise here. Quarterback Zach Wilson.
I don't understand how the Jets have done this. Go from a Super Bowl team to like a lottery because you're too stubborn. There are quarterbacks that you can find that are better than Zach Wilson, Dan.
Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz called them. They said, no, Zach Wilson's our guy. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish.
Here's what's going to happen, too.
And this is where Salah is going to get in trouble.
Well, here's what I told E. Here's the problem with that strategy. If Zach Wilson gets to play 16 games, guess what he will do 2 or 3 games?
Mm-hmm.
He'll go 1 week 20 of 27 for 307 and 2 touchdowns and no picks. And, this is what we knew he could be. So if you give a guy 16 cracks, he's going to fool you 2 or 3 times with decent games.
We got a New York at 24 and 23.
That's fair. They're both bad.
The Rams are 22. Patriots are 21. Who has 20?
This guy.
And what do you have, Jeff?
I have 18. He has 20.
All right. Number 20. With a record of 2-1.
That's not a.
The Indianapolis Colts. I'll jump ahead. You have 18?
I do.
Number 18. With a record of 1-2. The Cincinnati Bengals. No, men, you were all around it.
19.
But our Jacksonville Jaguars are 19th in the power poll. Down from number 9.
It didn't take long. Didn't take long to have that precipitous
Biggest
fall.
issue on offense, third down production. Mike D-Rock says it's hard to pick one area because so much has gone wrong offensively the last 2 weeks. The Jags are 29th in the NFL in third down conversion rate. They're at 29.7. And by the way, it should be worse because when it mattered on Sunday, they were 2 for 9. They ended up 5 for
junk
13 in junk time, and that's an improvement. Last year they were 9th at 42%. They have 9 of 11 starters back, and they added Calvin Ridley. And yet, the offense continues to struggle.
I have a lot more confidence.
By the way, at the top 3 teams should be the 3 undefeateds, but let me look real quick. San Fran, number 1. Miami, number 2. Philadelphia, number 3. The 3 undefeateds.
Look, we're quibbling. Those are
Quibbling
all 3 good
bits.
teams. I would say the Dolphins. The Dolphins are averaging 43 points a game. They are treating NFL opposition like they are college homecoming opponents. The Dolphins deserve to be the number 1 team.
Okay.
I mean, it's not even close.
By the way, I enjoyed yesterday. I was in the office, and I had the Pat McAfee show on.
Okay.
And they got
19 points a game this offense we have is averaging.
Oh, I know. 22nd. They got into a 15-minute argument about how to pronounce the rookie running back's name.
Achane.
Achane. And you won't do it. And see, McAfee had called him Achane, and he was all excited because it was a great marketing name. And then the Gray came on the program.
Schefter.
And said,
jaundice. He's very jaundice.
Yeah, Adam Schnupner.
Schefter. Yeah.
Yeah, Schechter.
Okay.
Right? And he came on the program, and he said, actually, it's...
You're never going to forgive him for that Tony Baselli quip so many years ago, although you did agree with him, and it caused friction between you and Tone.
Me and Adam Schuster?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the falling out between you and Schefter, Adam Schefter, the Gray?
There's no falling out.
Oh, you just don't like him?
No.
Okay.
No. No, I don't like him.
Fair enough.
Anyway, he said it's because he referenced Peter King's column, which I did as well, in trying to educate you.
You know what? We referenced Louis Oosthuizen himself, and he told us, and we did, and it wasn't right.
Devin was referenced as well. And so they said
I'm going Achane.
It's Devin Achane.
I don't believe it.
Achane. That's how you say it. Achane.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
And he and McAfee said, well, and then Schnechter started getting these
Schefter.
Yeah, he started getting these texts
like Chef Boyardee, Schefter.
Anyway, just I don't know. But anyway, he started getting these texts. He got a text from the Dolphins. It was funny. And in the end...
Who, McAfee did? Or Schefter did?
Schnipter.
Okay. You've thrown so many names, I can't keep up.
Well, there's 3. There's McAfee, Schechter, and Achane.
Okay. Achane.
It's not Chain.
I'm going with Achane.
Can't.
I will never say it any different.
Well, you're wrong. Hopefully he'll just be a one-hit wonder. We won't have to have this conversation.
No, unfortunately, he's not going to be. The Dolphins just have have more speed than anyone in the league. No, the problem is this. I watched football all day Sunday.
Yeah.
I watch the game play-by-play announcers.
Uh-huh.
I watched Scott Hansen on Red Zone TV. Okay. I watched James Brown and Bill Cowher in the CBS studios. I watched Terry Bradshaw and Howie Long in the Fox studios. Every single one of those guys called him Devin A-Chain. I'm going A-Chain for life. I just am. I can be that guy.
So you heard somebody call your name wrong.
It's not my name.
And
my name
I call you Proser because I heard somebody say Proser.
Well, I don't. Whatever. I mean, you wouldn't be the only one. There's a lot of them out there.
You say Proser?
Yeah, sure.
When people call you and they say, "Hey, is this Jeff Proser?"
I think if they don't know you, for sure, yeah.
Okay,
that's happened before. The 2 S's to me indicate kind of a soft O, but that's just me. Like
Soft.
Proser would be Proscr, not Prosscr. I don't really
Proser.
care. I guess. Yeah.
Would it be Proser then?
I don't know, Dan.
From the Latin pro, we know what that is, and then
he's going down,
sir, as in a form of respect to say hello,
nice.
Proser.
Thank you.
Proser.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I kid because I care.
Oh.
So those 3 teams seem to be the very best in the NFL right now. Let's see. I don't remember.
What are the Falcons and the Bills?
Oh.
Our next 2 opponents. The Falcons
I
are
bet
down
the Bills
in the
are
20s.
high.
I mean, the Falcons are 2-1. Are they ahead of the Jaguars?
They must be.
The
we didn't
Falcons
get to them.
The Falcons beat the Packers, handed them their only loss. Who did the Falcons? And they beat Carolina, who's very low.
The ATL Falcons are currently sitting at number 16.
Yeah, just ahead of the Jaguars. Who would have thought that when the sked came out?
How
far did the Cardinals jump up with their big win? Because they've been competitive sometimes in their other games.
And the Buffalo Bills,
they're probably 5th.
Yeah, they're up there. Everybody loves Buffalo.
Well, they should. That defense is playing unbelievable. Yeah. And there was a fluky loss to the Jets. The Jets beat the Bills in New York it's kind of like the Jags-Houston thing. Doesn't make sense. They beat them there last year.
That made more sense than what we saw Sunday.
What we saw Sunday was a big disappointment, more than anything, Dan, because they had played so sketch the week before, right? So you want that to be the eye-opener. It's like that's why Billy Napier had that comment yesterday in his press conference that sometimes it's better if your team is coming off of a shaky performance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just look right here in Jacksonville where our guys were shaky as a leaf on a tree against Kansas City, and it didn't send up any alarm bells at all.
Right.
I have to, just for the sheer message that it sends, I'm signing Carlos Dunlap or Melvin Ingram. I'm signing someone today, Dan. If they're no good, I'll cut them in a week. So what?
I know. I don't get it, man.
So what? I mean,
I give up on that.
Dunlap is 34, 35 years old, but except for last year, and I don't know if he was injured or what the situation was, he's had 7 or 8 sacks, 6 of the last 7 years.
Our boy, one more thing before we head to break. Our boy Mac Jones gave a cup check to Sauce Gardner, I think, this week. Did you guys see that?
During the game?
Dang, Mac.
Tom Pelissero says he's not expected to be suspended for allegedly cup checking. Somebody took Mac, I forget, C.J. Mosley, I think, of the Jets, and just threw him down to the – I mean, Mac Jones is not liked in the National Football League, man. He gets
he's got that
like a dirty player type thing.
Yeah, and he's got you know what he is? It's amazing. We have the same guy from our city in 2 major sports.
Grayson Allen.
He's Grayson Allen. 1,000,000%. Grayson Allen.
Yeah. Mac and Grayson.
Ever since Mac
separated at birth.
Ever since Mac did that gritty, he been different in the Pro Bowl. He just been different.
Yeah.
Like,
he's always carried that. I don't want to be careful how
like
I paraphrase
certain type
it.
of moxie to himself.
Yeah,
like I'm better than you. Elite.
Just kind of unlike. And I don't know if it's fair or not. I don't know Mac Jones, but he's always kind of had that.
I'm not sure it is fair, but it's interesting. And so he was getting up out of a pile, and it's hard to see, but it looked like he cup checked Sauce because then Sauce shoved him right after he gotten tossed like a rag doll by C.J. Mosley in the game on Sunday against the Jets. So, but yeah, and then you remember he's been accused of some things in the piles and stuff, twisting ankles and such. And it's interesting, but yeah, Mac Jones of the New England Patriots, formerly of Alabama and the Bowl School. Not exactly beloved in the NFL.
Well, and then, and Grayson Allen's he's also from a small private school. The same, went to Duke, which is like, they went to the most hated power programs in each sport. They each have kind of like a knack, and they just have We use this for other people. I'm not using it for us, but the term nowadays for the people that just have that look is the old punchable face.
Yeah, punchable
metaphor.
face, right.
They just kind of got that punchable face. I'm not encouraging that, this is not in any way dissing our local guys. I hate saying it about our local kids.
But with them, it's more so like their attitude.
That's
how
the
they carry
attitude, a
themselves.
punchable attitude kind of deal.
Right.
And it's confidence part of it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right. Devon Hamilton, Dan, anything? Just all quiet. Let's talk about that. Some Jags issues as they get set to head to London this weekend for a pair of back-to-back games. That and more on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Big toys for big boys and so much more. From bed liners to bug shields. I got that roll and lock bed cover. I mean, it's just a difference maker. It's just night and day. Truck guy here sending you to Catlin Truck Accessories.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
He is tough. He sets the tone. If the O-line is the backbone of the offense, then a back injury could be a backbreaker.
Oh, boy, this is starting to get ugly.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update on 1010XL.
Jacksonville.
Your home value is way up, and you can use that money right now. Pay off credit cards, remodel your house, both, whatever you want. Prosser here for Loan Pronto. Loan Pronto can convert that home equity into cash in as little as 2 weeks with no cost to you and zero hassle. Mike and Joan in Ponte Vedra called Loan Pronto. They did a Loan Pronto zero-cost cash-out refi. They got a check for $100,000, used $50 to pay off all their credit cards and a car loan, and used the other $50 to upgrade their master bath and kitchen. They locked in new APR in the 2s and lowered their total monthly bills by hundreds of dollars. Hello? What are you waiting on? Call Loan Pronto now. Convert your home value into cash and put that money to good use. Do it now, and you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval. Not all loans apply.
Hey, like an offensive lineman protecting his quarterback at all costs, Craig and Christine Kaprowski, they do the same. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of our insurance needs. They find us protection in a fast, affordable way. Keyword affordable. I know they've saved lots of my friends of lots of money per month. Like my daughter is a perfect example. I thought she was paying too much car insurance. I said, call the Kaprowski. She did. Saves more than $100 a month for the same coverage. So if you need homeowners or auto or flood, or even if you have a boat, Craig and Christine are part of the Goosehead Insurance family. And really, they get right back to you in just a few short minutes. They'll find you the right coverage at the right price. I trust them with all my insurance needs. Maybe you should as well. If you need a checkup, go ahead and contact them. Easy to find. Craig.Kaprowski at Goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com. Or call 904-478-8422. 478-8422.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Taylor Dahl here for Renewal by Anderson. Are you ready to upgrade your home? Experience the winning combination of style and performance. For a limited time, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Offer expires September 30th. Restrictions apply. Renewal by Anderson, proud to be the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Sports injuries are a common issue for both adults and children.
Dr. George Barry here, and as a specialist in orthopedic care, the team at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine here in Jacksonville provides comprehensive diagnosis and treatments of all types of sports injuries. With additional training in sports medicine and more than 30 years of experience, the team is available to care for your entire family and help you have fun and stay active. Visit us today at BarryOrthopedics.com.
And don't forget to check out Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL.
Are you drowning in credit card debt? Want to get cash out of your home's equity? Loan Pronto can now do it in less than a week. Hey, it's Prosser here, and that's right. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit just got even faster. You can get $50,000, $100,000, or even $200,000 in as little as 5 days. And you don't even have to touch your primary mortgage, so you can keep that 3% rate intact. Just get the money you need and pay off all those credit cards, or get that home improvement project started. With this revolutionary program, you can access up to 90% of your home's value, and in most cases, there's no appraisal. Stop paying insane interest rates to the credit card companies and get tens or even hundreds of thousands in cash in as little as 5 days. Call Loan Pronto now for the even faster Equity Express line. 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Get fishing tips and stories from Captain Kevin.
Bite's gonna pick up pretty soon.
On the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Whoa! Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
Mike Dempsey here for Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em Fantasy game, a super fun way to play along as you watch your favorite players. The way it works, you pick higher or lower on 2 to 5 player stats, then watch to see if your picks hit. It's that easy. If you haven't tried out Pick'em, now's the perfect time. Football season's back, and to celebrate, Underdog announced their newest special that will be running all season long. It's called 100K Sundays. Every Sunday, Underdog's going to be giving $10,000 in cold hard cash to 10 winners who play Pick'em. You can take your chance by playing along every Sunday. 1 entry equals 1 ticket. Will you be one of the winners? Find out by making your picks this football season. In total, they're going to be giving away $2 million. That's a real number. $2 million just to people who are making picks. Try it out today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company, located on South Side near Tinseltown, and our new location at Bartram Park in St. Johns County. 2 great locations offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, with so many awesome flavors to choose from. You can also get delicious salmon, tuna, flatbreads, and tacos. With tons of spectacular TVs, dog-friendly patios, and 2 daily happy hours, Island Wings can't be beat.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE, the medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most advanced treatments to eliminate ED and PE. 98% of men experience instant results on their first office visit. They're even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Don't just take our word for it. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now for our limited time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Their
frustrated today, disappointed today, because they know. I mean, I painted a pretty vibrant picture for them this morning, and we all know where we are, but we all know where we can go and what we can become as a football team.
Talk is cheap at this point, Hick, right? We used all our psychobabble last year. I mean, Doug Peterson had to use it all. He emptied his psychological chest last year because of the up-and-down nature of this football team for the entire first half before they finally got hot late. I guess the one thing that does give you comfort, sometimes, Hick, you'll get hot and you'll win 5 or 6 in a row to finish things off, and it's because you happen to face the dregs of the league. But our late season surge last year, and included wins over teams like the Ravens and Cowboys, a couple of good teams. It included a couple of road wins. It included, a win over the division rival Titans. But I want to know what happened between Kansas City last January and Jacksonville last Sunday. How can the offense that returned 9 of 11 starters and then added a couple of pieces, including Calvin Ridley, how can it be so much worse?
It's a great question, and I don't have the answers. Again, I point to the offensive line. It starts up front, and that has not been good. And then Ridley, since that first half really has not been good. And I think maybe they're forcing the ball to him a little bit. I know he leads the team in targets. I think maybe we got to get away from that and just start running some more plays for Kirk and Ingram and get those two guys. I mean, Ingram's been very good, and when he's good, the Jags offense is good. There was a correlation to them using Evan Ingram last year and the offense taking off. Now, that hasn't happened this year but he didn't catch any balls in the first half. He ended up with 7 catches. Well, what happened in the second half of the Houston game? We played much better. How many points did we score? We scored 17 in the second half. We scored 0 in the first half. Evan Ingram, to me, seems to be the catalyst. Key. The key to, for whatever reason, getting him. I know he's a tough matchup. But when they find him the football, the offense tends to get going. I don't know why. It just seems to be that way. And maybe that's an area that they need to focus on going into Sunday.
Teams, players, coaches go in slumps, right? Mm-hmm. And they get hot. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying this from play calling from Press Taylor. I'm of the opinion that Press Taylor, Doug Peterson, doesn't matter. And this technicality of who's, quote, calling the plays, I trust Doug that if it's not going the way. By the way, they backtracked on the reporting that he had given up the play calling duties during the game. He called that categorically false yesterday at the press conference. But I tell you what, what we haven't seen as much and we saw a lot of last year, and this I think indicates whether your play calling is either in a rut or on a hot streak. We finally saw a couple actually, that ran wide open the other day. Right, mm-hmm. The drag route from Ingram, that's a great play design. No one is around him. We need more. You need 6 or 7 plays like that a game. Yeah. We got a bit of that with the Christian Kirk when he got open for his touchdown. I don't know. Wide open. Yeah, I don't know what led to that, if it was the play calling per se. Can I offer up this Daly's double take, or in this case a triple take? This is a statistical anomaly for sure. The Daly's double take brought to you by the Dash. Shoot, make it a triple take. Get you 3 subs. Get you a sack today and make 2 people happy in your work lunchroom, because the Daly's Dash subs are better than you might imagine. So go and check out their incredible lineup. I'm a Duval guy. He likes that BLT. Mm-hmm. Hicken will go with the boss. Mm-hmm. But we had the Italian in here last week. It was delicious, and so many great options to choose from. And this ain't gas station food. It's not a radio bit. It's pure deliciousness at your Daily Dash delis. Have you taken a look at the Jaguars' stats?
A little bit.
Does the number 173 mean anything to you? 173.
No.
173 yards I'm referencing. Okay. Would it surprise you that Christian Kirk leads the Jaguars with 173 yards rushing?
Mm-mm.
But
it wouldn't surprise me because we don't go downfield.
Well, no, but Evan Ingram leads the Jaguars in receiving with 173 yards receiving. But Calvin Ridley leads the Jaguars in receiving with Ridley, Kirk, and Ingram all have exactly 173 yards receiving.
Okay.
Now that's just odd.
It's called balance, my friend.
Yeah, it's balance. That's what we are. We're a balanced football team.
It's called balance. That's what we're after, and that's what we're looking for. So the Jags leave for across the pond here. They go to London on, I guess, Thursday night. They'll be over there for 10 days. We'll see. NFL players are creatures of habit.
They better get a couple wins so they can stay.
Yeah.
I'll just stay over.
1-4.
And by the way, we're going to come home. We're going to play the Colts at home, right, first? And we're going to be out of home games pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already played 2. It's going to be 3. 4 of our home games are going to be done by week 6.
I will say this. And this is why it's way too early to panic, okay?
It definitely is.
I mean,
it's not that they've lost, it's how they've lost.
First
They've
off,
looked impotent.
The disappointment is we don't look like we were talking about being a 1 or a 2 seed. Forget that for now.
Right.
Forget that for now. Let's just win a game. Let's focus on the AFC South. Well, if I ask you right now, I'll start with E. E, what record will it take to win the South?
I think 8 or 9 games can win the South.
10-7.
Yeah, I'll say 9-8. I agree.
10-7.
I'll say 9-8 wins you the AFC South. All right. And again, we don't know how the season's going to unfold. And we talk about making hay early. And the Jags have their bye week at the end of October. They've got Atlanta, Buffalo, and London, then Indy, New Orleans, and Pittsburgh. All right.
I don't like it. I could see us, based on how we're doing, I could see us being 2-3.
Yeah.
3-3 maybe. I mean, you lose to the Texans at home and then go. I see us 4-4.
Okay, that's fine. And I'll tell you why. Because you sit there, everybody will sit there and say, well, the schedule. Okay. The schedule is San Francisco at home is a tough game. Listen, we got 2 with Tennessee, who looks worse than we do, okay? We have Houston again there. We have Tampa Bay, who is going to come down to earth and did last night. We have Carolina. So let's say you're 4-4, and let's say Tampa, Carolina, split with Tennessee. There's 3. Let's say, you go to Houston 4. There's 4 more. That's 8. You just need to win one of the other big boys, and I think you win the division. I'm just saying your last 3 games of the season, Jeff, are Tampa, Carolina, and Tennessee. Now, 2 are on the road, but so if you're in kind of around there, if you're kind of 7-6-y,
here's the problem.
You'll be okay.
Here's the problem.
Uh-huh.
It is categorically unfair for us to say or think that we're better than the Bucs. We're not. They're 2-1. They won at Minnesota.
Yeah.
They won a home game. I don't remember who they played. Probably won anybody.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm telling you is what my reality is.
Yeah,
and my reality is when the season ends, Tampa Bay ain't going to be 11-6.
I don't think 9-8. I think it's going to take 10 wins. That's the only thing that I'll differ with.
Like, who do you think is going to get 10 wins?
It's one of them.
You think one of them will get 10 wins?
I do. Somebody will come. Well, no, I think we will. I think one of them will get 9. I don't see why not. I mean, they're the end of. I mean, why?
I feel degenerate coming up in me.
Yeah, I'm not making. I'm not making any bets. I'm gonna ride the theory of averages.
Yes.
And it took 9. I mean, divisions don't get.
We won it last year with 9,
but it doesn't happen back-to-back years. Teams get better.
They got 2 rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah, one of them beat us, and the other could have. Now that you look back, I mean, we trail after the third. We're a breath away from being 0-3. We're the biggest disappointment in the league.
No, we're not.
I think we are. I mean, obviously here in Jacksonville,
Minnesota won 13 last year.
Minnesota was a fraud. No one was picking them to go anywhere this year.
Yeah,
they were picking us, man. A lot of people, some to the Super Bowl.
You think the Houston Texans are going to beat Pittsburgh this week?
I don't know. They beat us.
Yeah,
Where's the game?
Home.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We lost. The Houston Texans didn't beat us. They beat us like a drum, Dan. They look fine to me.
I will say this.
They look good to me.
This is where it gets a little tougher for Jacksonville. We got a lot tougher schedule than those other teams.
That's what I'm saying. We're playing a first-place schedule. We got to play the Bengals and the Niners.
We have to win this division.
Ravens and the Steelers and the Saints. I mean, I can look at it the other way. How many losses are we at right now? 3?
We're 2.
2. 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can. If you want me to find you 7 losses, I feel pretty confident I can do that. I can find you one with the Bills, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Steelers, the Saints, the Titans on the road. There's 6.
All right, we're going to push the Lockett Law High School report to tomorrow because we have Colin Hurley from LSU, Trinity Christian High School, and their running back, Darnell Rogers, who's really one of the best players in the area that nobody talks about. And so I'll look forward to visiting with both of them. So if you're looking for the Lockett Law High School report, we're doing it on Wednesday this week because – and I don't understand this. Sometimes people say they can't make it because of school, which frustrates me. this is a much better life experience.
Sports is more important than education.
As an adjunct professor, Jeff,
oh jeez,
I've taken my kids on field trips before to tennis matches and things.
That's
Those are the
call that a
experiences.
field trip, do you?
Yeah, those are the experiences that matter, and the education process that works for children, and that's what I'm all about.
And you do
I'll
believe
just
children
say
are
this.
the future.
When E calls you and says, "Hey, we want you on the Lockett Law High School report," know before you blow. By the way,
You can't say I got a history
you
test.
can't
Monday.
say we can't do Tuesdays. Schools, they have something in school. No, they don't. There's nothing more important than the experience of coming in here, conversing on the radio, getting an opportunity to take pictures with E, Jeff, and myself. Going through the interview process. It's vitally important for young people.
I will,
and I mean this.
I will offer this counter. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. If you were given a chance to pick this week's games, could you pick them?
Of course.
It's 1010XL's weekly pick'em contest. You could win a barbecue feast from ABBQ at 1010XL.com. Brought to you by MyBookie and J. David Tax Law.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Look, I've got a Week 4 Awaken 180 weight loss update, and I'm actually shocked to be sharing it with you. In my 4th week, I dropped another 5.6 pounds. Look, I expected fast results Week 1, maybe even Week 2, but to lose 5.6 pounds in Week 4, incredible. It's what my coach told me would happen, but like most of you, when you hear something you think's too good to be true, you need proof. Well, I'm seeing the proof each week, and I hope my results are proof to you. I'm now down 22.6 pounds in only 4 weeks, and everybody is noticing, from coworkers to neighbors, wondering what I'm doing. I tell them Awaken 180 has changed the way I look at weight loss. And on top of that, belts that barely fit me before, I've now notched down to the 5th hole. Guys, ladies, losing weight with Awaken 180 is easy, and the best part, it'll be the last time doing it thanks to free support for life. If you want the same results, choose the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, online at awaken180weightloss.com. awaken180weightloss.com.
Now, the Hurricane Report. Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The Canes went up to Philadelphia and handled business with a dominant 41-7 win over Temple. They controlled both lines of scrimmage, rushing for 323 yards and only giving up 11 on the ground. Running back Henry Parrish led the way with a career-high 139 yards and 2 scores. The Canes now have a week off, and that's followed by Georgia Tech on October 7th.
Hey, this is Jason with Bueller Air Conditioning. Why do we love to go to that awesome grocery store where shopping is a pleasure? Why do we choose that amazing chicken sandwich where the service is fast and friendly and it's always their pleasure? You see, those brands are a promise. Here at Bueller Air, our team is committed to serving the customer and delivering that same kind of brand promise. Our mission is to be the most trusted brand with friendly and professional service every single time. Give us a call today or visit BuellerAir.com.
Malfunctions in your electrical panel can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8 Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 26, 1978, New York District Judge Constance Baker Motley rules that women sports writers cannot be banned from locker rooms.
Golfers, swing into Edwin Watts Golf Shops for the hottest new fall arrivals from TaylorMade, Callaway, and Titleist. Come by and test drive the new TaylorMade P790 irons, the new Callaway Apex Pro iron sets, and the new Titleist T-Series irons. While you're there, get a free custom fitting on the new arrivals and more. Edwin Watts Golf Shops is your headquarters for all the latest golf gear from all the top manufacturers. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Shop us in store or online at edwinwattsgolf.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Imagine your life without pain. Several months ago, I said yes to Yas, Dr. Mitchell Yas and the Yas method for pain elimination. He focuses not on symptoms, but on the real source of your pain, which is usually muscular imbalance or weakness. The Yas method uses personalized exercises that bring lasting relief. It's not therapy, it's transformation. Discover your path to pain-free living with Dr. Yas and the Yas method by calling 904-906-Y8SS and say yes to Yas.
You can't have exceptional water quality without the hefty price. With Kanaya Water Systems, a premium, high-quality water and filtration system that won't leave your wallet taking an L. Search KENAI Water, Jacksonville.
Car Bravo is here. A better way to shop used vehicles with transparent pricing. Hickett here for Nimnick Buick GMC. They've joined the Car Bravo family, and they're the only Car Bravo dealer in Northeast Florida. With Car Bravo, it doesn't matter what used vehicle you're looking for because they certify all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford. It doesn't matter. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. And for a limited time, save an additional $500 when you purchase a Car Bravo certified vehicle at Nimnick Buick GMC. Are you looking for a used car under $20K? Nimnick has a great selection. Hundreds of used cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Go to NimnickBuickGMC.com or visit our showroom off Phillips Highway. Nimnick has been in the business for 82 years. You know why? Because of things like Car Bravo. They do business the right way. Family owned and operated. No one cares more about you before and after the sale. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews are through the roof, and I challenge any law firm to compare results. Clients continue switching to us from other firms because we continue delivering. Recently, a car accident client left a big firm, and Woolsey Morecambe got her 10 times what they said it was worth. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe, 638-4235.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From roll and lock bed covers to Lear toppers to cam locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. The Jags' struggles offensively have led to reports head coach Doug Peterson plans to reclaim play calling from OC Press Taylor.
It's false. I mean, I communicate with press and the offensive staff, no more or less than I usually do.
Offensive lineman for the Jags, Luke Fortner, commented on whether the team is playing on expectations from last year.
Well, if they were, I hope they're not anymore, because clearly we got a lot of work to do.
Head coach Doug Peterson wants to keep his wideout Calvin Ridley confident.
Calvin wants to do so well, so good, so much.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, more on Calvin Ridley specifically. You remember, in the first half of the game against the Indianapolis Colts in the season opener, 7 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Caught one more pass in the second half. Caught 2 against Kansas City. Dropped 2 and had 2 offsides again in the loss to Houston. What is up with Ridley? You heard Doug Peterson say, look, take a deep breath. This is clear. The Jags are making every effort to get him the football. He leads the team in targets, 26 targets. He's only caught 13 of them. One thing's for sure, Calvin Ridley needs to play better. And that's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by Lift Power. Lift Power does it all. They've been providing the Southeast with all its material handling needs for more than 50 years, from lift trucks, warehouse design, docks, and doors, to total warehouse design, service support, fleet management, and more. You name it, Lift Power does it. Learn more at liftpower.com. We come back with a pop quiz from our friend E. I'm excited about this. And I love me a pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
I've got my number 2 pencil out and a sheet of paper, and I'm not moaning and groaning. Go ahead, please, sir.
I have my Google up. I'm going to cheat.
No, wonderful.
Oh, I'm kidding.
So, gentlemen, Dano.
Yes, sir.
What would you say is my second most liked team in the NFL this year?
Second most
You've
liked
mentioned this before. Like, you have a feeling that there's another team.
Oh,
that
Miami.
Miami.
Yes.
This past weekend?
Yes, sir.
The Miami Dolphins became the 4th team in NFL history to score at least 70 points. Gentlemen, my question to you, can you tell me the other 3 teams that have scored at least 70 points in an NFL game?
Washington?
That is correct.
The Bears?
That is correct. 1940 Bears and 1966 Washington team. There's one other team that scored at least 70.
I think the irony is those two played each other.
And really?
Like Chicago got its 70 against Washington. Washington got its 70 against Chicago. Pretty sure.
I remember that the record was 73 because they were talking about that and they mentioned the Bears.
Well, 73 was a playoff game. The regular season record was 72, but yeah.
Oh, okay, but I remember he said I didn't kick the field goal. He was cool about it, Mike McDaniel. Because he took a knee. It was one of those Jags losing 44-0 to Detroit type games.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
That we went through.
There was a Chiefs inside our 5 for
but other than that, I would have to guess for the third.
Yeah, it's I want to.
It's got to be a long time franchise. Can we ask the year that it happened?
Yes, you can. That year,
it's back in the 40s, I think.
1950.
1950.
Could it be Cleveland, maybe, Hick?
It could be.
Cleveland. Or...
So far, y'all got the 1940 Bears team. They scored 73 in the NFL championship. The 2023 Dolphins just past weekend, and the 1966 Washington team scored 72.
This is 1950. It's either.
How about I don't know.
Could be the Giants, maybe.
I don't think it was the Giants.
Yeah,
I think I heard
it's
it.
It's like
but
Detroit, maybe, with Bobby Lane and the boys.
It's not bad. I don't know. Guess one.
I'm going to guess
I'll
only.
say none of the teams y'all said are correct.
Okay.
Oh, okay. How about
what year was it?
1950. And I'll give y'all a little hint.
Can you? Yeah.
Like, as far as recency, this team has been known as a high-scoring team. Not saying this year, but in their past, they've been one of the highest-scoring teams in NFL.
It's the Rams.
That is correct.
I remember the
hint. The greatest show on turf.
Yeah, and even since then, I mean, just a few years ago.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw out this name and see if he was a part of it. And I have no idea, but Bob Waterfield sticks in my head.
That's about then.
I want to see who the 1950 LA Rams quarterback was.
It's about then.
And it was Norm Van Brocklin. I like that.
Future Falcons coach.
Yes. Yelled at my one-time boss, Harmon Wages. Harmon, don't go back in that game until I tell you. Yes, sir.
Van Brocklin was a cantankerous, personality-driven. It just you want to talk about like an odd fit for the city of Atlanta, slow-moving south when they made him.
Before we head to the nasty, I want to get in one story that I saw. I think it was an over-the-weekend story, or I read about it, and it struck me as so appropriate. And I read the long article on the. I don't know if you did, but I'm always curious about teams moving and such. I read the long article on the Oakland A's.
Okay. I didn't read it. I know what you're talking about.
And they're headed to Vegas. There was a big write-up on the inside story of the A's, and the city is to blame. I've said this all along, but the owner's a jerk. And the owner didn't really. The owner is kind of a recluse. He doesn't like, and he kind of the city was finally starting to get their act together, and he kind of pulled up chalks at the, when they were about to give this big I think it was a waterfront project. There was a big project
in the Bay Area,
$1 billion to keep the team in Oakland. And again, it goes to show you, though, and it's a lesson to be learned, the teams have all the power. They do.
Well,
we play ball with
take that under advisement here.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And if you don't give them what they want, they leave. That's the way it works. We can sit here all we want.
Right, I don't blame them.
Right.
Let's be honest. Anyone out there, You would do the same thing. If you right now have a carpet cleaning business
Mm-hmm.
and it's worth $400,000 and someone came to you and said, hey, man, if you come to Philly,
Yeah.
we'll give you $2.2 million,
Yeah.
you would leave.
Anyway, but that's not the point of the story.
Okay.
So the Oakland A's favorite. So one of baseball's all-time greats is hanging it up this year, right?
Which one? Cabrera?
Miggy.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the top 5 right-handed hitters maybe ever.
Okay.
Okay. Kid hit a home run in the World Series when he was 19 or whatever, and just we watched him come through minor league here.
He's the one that hit that ball that we still remember the sound. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Great hitter. So what they do on their stops is baseball teams in homage will give
a rocking chair, a
correct
grandfather clock, or
something in their city. Nice, very nice though gifts. Very thought out gifts. Like it might be a rocking chair, and then there'll be something attached to it, like a
new car.
Get this room of furniture from somewhere. So the Oakland A's must have known that Miggy likes to partake in the wine, in the drink.
Okay.
Okay.
So they give him a wonderful bottle of wine.
Okay.
Okay. And Mark Kotsay, the skipper of the A's, you probably thought it was Bob Melvin, but
I
it's
did.
not. It's Mark Kotsay.
I didn't know Mark Kotsay was the
Yeah, he's the
manager.
skipper.
Has that been all year?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Mark,
Former Brave, and we played them. I don't even recall that.
yeah, and Mark, I do because we played him early in the year when we were good, when we were 14-7.
Nice.
Mark takes a picture of the bottle of wine and Miggy. Thank you very much. And it's seemingly a nice gesture until we find out that it's a Camus from Napa Valley that costs $90.
Maybe it's his favorite one.
That's the only thing I was going to say. If it's his favorite, but even still, a $90 parting gift ain't going to cut
I will
it.
say this about Miggy Cabrera. His favorite wine doesn't cost $90.
I don't know.
I'm just telling you. I do know.
You
Okay?
never know.
I do know.
You don't drink, so you never know. Sometimes
I
you
do
can
know.
stumble
Miggy
on something.
Cabrera
$90 is not like
can buy any bottle of wine he wants.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, unless
He's
you're
tasted from the grapes
How do you know?
of wrath.
$90 is not a cheap bottle
That's
of wine.
not.
Yeah, that's not a gross bottle. That's not. You. I promise you, you can give a $90
bottle
you
of wine
don't
is a gift,
drink.
is a
I
joke.
can't have
I
this
don't care.
argument.
I've been
You
around.
don't know what
I
you're
know
talking
people who
about.
drink. Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Oh, my
I can give Doc Murphy a $90 glass of wine if it's good, and I can give him a $400 glass of wine, and he will not be able to tell me which
We
is 90.
can give Doc Murphy a $90 bottle of wine. A franchise can't give a guy as a parting gift a $90 bottle of wine.
No, well, that's two separate stories. My point to you is a $90 bottle of wine can taste every bit as good as a $400.
I don't want to talk about it.
This
is the drill.
This guy's unreal.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. This is The Swamp.
And off ETN's got a lead blocker, and he's loose. Midfield, broken tackle, still on his feet.
The Gators crawl on the bluegrass.
Touchdown, Gators!
Florida, Kentucky, Saturday at noon on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL AM.
Did you know the 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid never needs to be plugged in? The onboard system charges the batteries for you. When you think Honda, think hybrid. Good for the environment, great for your budget. Visit your local Honda dealer to experience the CR-V of the future today.
Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and they'll clean a 4th room for free. Their 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
This is Hayes Carlion for Spicklemeyer Insurance Agency. I was paying too much for car insurance, paying for things I didn't need. My friend John Spicklemeyer fixed all that for me with impeccable customer service. For all your car insurance needs, call John at 471-7155.
When it comes to commercial fence services, Superior Fence and Rail has you covered. If your business needs automatic gates or security fence and railings, trust Superior with your next commercial project. Superior's team delivers great communication, high-quality products, and exceptional customer service. Just read any of their 2,300-plus reviews.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, you can hear from my friends at Shark Coatings. Look, I did it, and I love it. A lot of you are doing it as well, and you will love it too. If you haven't done it, go to sharkfloorcoatings.com. Sign up. Get the free estimate. Boys will come out there, measure up your garage. They'll say, here's what we can do for you. You say yes. You pick the pattern. The Hickens went with Pebble Beach. And they do the rest. They get it done in one day. And it transforms your garage overnight. It's so cool to see. And honestly, you got to see it to believe it. So, and it's anything concrete, pools, driveways, patios. But for all the info you need, go to sharkfloorcoatings.com. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll thank me later.
This is Hayes Carline for SkyLife Elite. Are you tired of canceled flights, unruly passengers, and layovers? Call my friends at SkyLife Elite. Consider using private charter flights for your next adventure. Yes, you can afford it. Make your own schedule. Fly direct. Drive your car to Craig Airport and get directly on the plane. SkyLife Elite can make that happen. Call 490-9332, go to flyskylife.com, and find them on social media. Fly SkyLife Elite, North Florida's premier private air charter.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey Jaguars fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic? Join the thousands of other Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to Everbank Stadium is on JTA's Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 5 convenient locations around Jacksonville, including the Kings Avenue parking garage near downtown. Passes are exclusively on the MyJTA mobile app and start at $10 with a single game and season-long passes available. The JTA Game Day Express, where you are winning before the game even starts.
Did you know that many cooling companies are now part of big conglomerates with no connection to Northeast Florida? In the past, they have concentrated on heating and air conditioning, but after a buyout, many add plumbing and electrical services. This raises their overhead, and those costs are passed on to the consumer. It's a case where bigger isn't better, it's just more expensive. Not Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Mike Merritt remains family-owned and operated. Merritt's focus has been the same for more than 30 years, keeping Northeast Florida comfortable, no matter what the weather. And there are no overtime or weekend surcharges. Mike Merritt's team does not work on commission. They repair only what needs repair and offer replacements only on what can't be fixed. And unlike at giant corporations where you can feel like just another number, with Mike Merritt, you'll feel like number one. Florida license CACO 50384.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Hey, college students, this one's for you. With the new Jaguars College Pass, you can get exclusive ticketing offers all season long, from discounts to great last-minute deals. To join, simply sign up with your .edu email address. Registration is free, and you only pay for the offers you accept. So it's the perfect way to save and spend your Sundays at the bank. To join the Jaguars for the best games and biggest plays, visit jaguars.com/college pass today.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Woody's Barbecue. The Gators had several red zone issues in the win over Charlotte. Head coach Billy Napier says they're correctable.
Yeah, the red zone issues were simply put mental errors, and fundamental technique issues. We know exactly where the issues are.
Fighting in the crowd halted last Friday night's high school football game between Sandalwood and Fletcher. In a statement, a Duval County Public Schools spokesman said the game was ended as a cautionary measure. The status of the game, whether it will be restarted, is not yet determined. After its overtime win on the road against the Clemson Tigers, the FSU Seminole football team had two players recognized on this week's ACC Weekly Honors List. Kalen DeLoach was named ACC Linebacker of the Week, while Renardo Green was named ACC Co-Defensive Back of the Week. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Gookin Nation. It's another hour with Duval's Big Dogs of Sports Media. Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Jeff Prosser.
Blah, blah. Freaking blah.
And E to the T.
E.T. is the GOAT producer.
All right, time to get nasty. It's 9 o'clock.
By the way, in our silly arguing over wine prices, we left out this important other aspect to the A's and their stupidity, and that is that apparently Miggy is a recovering alcoholic. So maybe a bottle of wine wasn't the best choice. Whether it was 90 or 9,000, maybe don't give a guy with a drinking problem a bottle of wine. I'm just saying.
All right, you get one guess and one guess only.
I do?
Yeah, the Gators are playing at noon, high noon this Saturday.
All right.
I want you to tell me the SEC team that has the most 12 high noon kickoffs in the past 11 years. The SEC program that has the most 12 p.m. kicks in the past 11 years.
There's been one team that just seems to play, and it's surprised. For context, I'm not asking for a clue. Just tell me if this clue is right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a total bottom dweller.
No.
Right.
39, 38, 37, 36, and 34. The team with the least amount has 11.
Okay, I think it doesn't fit the mode because this team has won the division.
Again, no more clues.
I'd say it's Missouri.
Missouri is a good guess. They're 36. They're fourth.
Okay, the bottom dweller is Vandy, so it can't be them. I said, how about
Vandy is fifth with 34.
Wow, that's pretty good. Vandy's, that's because they put them on at 9:30 on the U.
Most 12 p.m. kicks in the SEC in the last 11 years.
Okay, hold
39
on.
times.
I don't want. Let me just.
And also the least amount 11 times.
Yeah, I'm going to go least. I'm going to go Bama.
Bama's incorrect. LSU has 11.
Huh. Yeah, I need to look at the teams real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I know who was in the SEC, so save me your text, but I'm just going to give me a reference.
Jeez, Jeff, you got to look up the SEC teams?
Right. All right, so it's not Missouri. I thought I'd nailed Missouri. I'm going to say that it is, it's hard to differentiate. Let's go with, I tell you what seems to play a lot of noon games. Texas A&M.
Texas A&M is not in the top 5.
Okay.
It's Georgia.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, 39. Florida, 38. South Carolina, 37.
Is that because, now let me ask you this. Do you think that's because the teams that are below Georgia, Florida and Georgia kind of dominated at different times? You want to get them at noon? Is it an advantage? It's not?
No, I think that it's...
Why would Georgia be at noon?
Well, because they've taken off the last 3 years.
How far back does this go?
11. 11 years. And, when you get into the central time zone, it becomes the 11 a.m. kick. That's always been a storyline.
Well, the weird thing about this is this. I couldn't tell. I don't remember very many Florida games, home games that were at noon.
Not many home games.
I know there were some, but I don't remember a ton. I remember Vandy being at noon, Missouri being at noon, regardless of where you played them. Kentucky's been a nooner a couple of times.
LSU 11, Alabama 15, Mississippi State 23. Those are the least amount.
You would think those teams in Central Time would never play noon because it's an 11 a.m. start. In my mind, Missouri's always at noon, too. I don't know why I think that. Let's get a couple phone calls in. Nico,
Stoops says, I have great confidence that people in Kentucky can get up early and pound some beers.
And some bourbon. Yeah, for sure.
What do we got?
641-1010. Let's open up the phone lines here for a little bit. Our Britt Guggen Andre. Ready to go.
Bum, 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 bum.
Correct.
Bum, 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 bum.
That week.
Hello, Governor.
Jags Talk takes over the streets of, Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, boys. Morning. I had a Ridley question, but before I come to that, a couple of my boys are going to do a day in Italy for the Ryder Cup and then fly over.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Okay. But after last week, they think they're just going to stay for the Ryder Cup. But we'll see on that. Look, the Ridley question I had is a one that I've had in my mind for a while, and I haven't been able to ask you guys.
Mm-hmm.
In the off season, when you're the Atlanta Falcons, you have a stellar running back that you've drafted, and you're supposedly going to have your number one wide receiver come back, which should alleviate a lot of the pressure on Bijan Robinson. Why, if you are the front office, did you go, I know what, let's trade our number one receiver for a fourth and a fifth round pick that could become a second?
Well, the timeline, you got your timeline a little bit off, Andre. They made that deal last year before the trade deadline in the middle of the 2022 regular season. At the time, Ridley was still suspended, so it feels like the trade actually went down in the offseason, but that's when he was reinstated. So I think the Falcons looked at it from the standpoint of they had drafted a new number one receiver in Drake London. They weren't sure about Ridley's future going forward, I believe, and so they elected to trade him at the deadline in the hopes that even if he hit with Jacksonville, that pick could improve to like a second rounder.
And that's absolutely fair. But as we know, fantastic wide receivers do not grow on trees. And I just always thought that
I think it's baggage, Andre. I mean, this is a cat who had walked away from the team before he got the gambling suspension. He walked away from the team with performance anxiety issues, and then he had the whole, he had some injury stuff. So I don't think they trusted his headspace. Would be the short answer.
Fair enough. And one last thing on the Miggy Cabrera thing.
Yes.
Alex Ferguson, who was the Manchester United manager, when he retired, one of the sponsors gave him like a crystal vase or whatever, and a lifetime supply of beer. So it doesn't stretch as far as just the Oakland A's. That their second or third major sponsor didn't realize that an all-time Hall of Fame manager was a recovering alcoholic.
Andre, I just finished up, and it's I'm late to the party. I mean, I watched 2 seasons of it, but then got away from it, but went back and watched Ted Lasso season 3.
Oh,
he thinks it's a documentary. He thinks Ted Lasso's team is actually in the Premier League, so you have to be careful.
I went searching to try to go purchase some tickets to go see the Greyhounds. And apparently that's not feasible. That can't be done.
Wrexham is real. You can go see Wrexham.
But I got to tell you, man, Suits and Ted Lasso back to back, 2 of the best TV shows I've ever seen.
Wow,
terrific stuff.
I think I watched Suits for like 14 days in a row and watched all 9 seasons. It's just,
it's a lot of watching.
I have delayed watching it.
It's a lot of watching. That's for sure.
I don't feel like diving in. Thank you, Andre. Have a great week.
Andre.
Joe U who does Miami play this week? Do they have a game this week? Or
they play Bethune.
Nice. Again.
It's a home and home.
Hello, Joseph.
He chuckled. I like that.
Good morning, boys. That's funny. We got the bye week.
Gotcha.
We're +3 favorite on the bye week.
Nice. 4-0, off to a good start. 175-50. I mean, you got no complaints. Yeah. 18th in the country.
I feel good about it. We spent a top time. How are we 18? That don't make any sense, bro. If we
haven't played anyone, bro.
Ranked like 8. We beat the team that's going to win the SEC West.
No, they're not.
We won a 50 spot on them.
This is where you just lose all you work so hard to get just a little bit of street cred.
We held a team to 11 yards rushing last week, bro. We have a Division I team to 11 yards rushing. We're a good-ass team. We got arguably the best drop-back, pro-style quarterback in the country. We have the best safety duo tandem.
He's better than Caleb Williams, is he? Hey, Dan, Alex Van Dyke's better than Caleb Williams.
Tyler
As a
Van
drop-back
Dyke.
passer, he is. He is. Look at his passing.
Better than Caleb Williams. Good Lord.
What did they write off last year too with that kid? Like, why was he so bad last year?
Terrible offensive coordinator. That dude's terrible. The offensive coordinator, we fired him. We actually have a great offensive coordinator.
Who did you have last year? Lashley? Who was your guy last year?
No, Lashley's great. Lashley had Tyler Van Dyke playing excellent.
And then who came in?
The guy from Michigan.
He was the he won the
he won the Boils Award, which is a joke.
That's the Wake Forest guy. Yeah, that's Riley's guy. Where did he go after leaving Miami?
I don't know, but look, our defensive coordinator, look what he's doing in Alabama now. I mean, we have two terrible coordinators. We got young, hungry guys now, and it shows. And again, we're not all the way back because we don't have the depth. But
yeah, the 18 doesn't matter, though, for now. You got to win your games. I mean, to go anywhere, you don't have any wiggle room anyway. The schedule's not super tough, so if you lose a game, it's going to knock you from 5th to 13th anyway. So,
but here's what got me calling. Not that I wouldn't call anyway. But yesterday, y'all going over FSU schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys say we're playing. FSU beat 2 unranked teams on the road, and you guys are like, oh my God, they're so great, bruh. They beat 2 unranked teams on the road.
First off, Joey, first off, these two guys have never said this about FSU. Oh my God, they're so good.
Yesterday, they played back the game.
Well, Joe, they did beat. Hold on a second. In fairness, now, because I know fairness isn't part of your your routine. I mean, I got news for you. As guys who actually watch the SEC, not crow about unranked Texas A&M being the West favorite. Okay, LSU is significantly better than Texas A&M. They beat them on the neutral field. You beat Texas A&M at home, dude. So just settle down a little bit. You're going to go to Tallahassee in November and lose. So you heard it here first.
We're not. And that's the thing. Y'all were yesterday saying who can beat them. And you ain't say us.
I did say you, actually. But, yeah.
Get him out of here. Yeah, you have a better chance of losing to Georgia Tech in a week than you do of beating FSU.
Tell him come down and get that L.
Why is he still on?
Yeah,
I said get him out of here.
I don't know. I can't. Let me tell you what can't happen.
Yeah.
And I wish it could for all the good Miami people out there. I'm sure there's some listening right now.
I think Miami can beat FSU.
Yeah, I do
on
too.
The right
I do too.
Yeah.
I don't want Miami to be any good because it's just he's incorrigible. It's just too annoying. It just would be too annoying because, again, 4-0 with wins over Miami, Ohio, Bethune, and Temple, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and he talks about we should have scored 50 on
But they did. I'll say
Texas
this.
A&M. It was 7. It was
again.
It was the game was close until the 4th.
Well, I'll say this, and this demonstrates Again, I think the SEC is way down this year.
Yeah,
I think they're terrible.
Yeah, me too.
A&M got whacked by Miami, and A&M.
Well, I think first of all, they didn't get why it was a close game. They scored late, but it was like a 2 or 3 point game all the way until the middle of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they also beat the heck out of Auburn this weekend. Auburn looks terrible. I don't think A&M's that good. What about Jimbo being on the field during the one play?
At least he stepped aside. I thought he was going to trip him for a second.
That would have been great. So,
Miami is much improved. Josh Gaddis is the name that you're looking for. Miami is much improved, and I also think they can play at FSU. I definitely do. I mean, but what I tell Joe and what I really think are two different things. Miami has definitely improved, and they're taking advantage of a schedule that, look, you were supposed to take advantage of. Let me tell you who didn't. The Jags. That's who.
Josh Gaddis is the offensive coordinator at Maryland.
How's that going? I saw Maryland lighting it up the other day.
They're undefeated, so maybe it just was I don't know. He was not good down there in Miami. And so, he's up at Maryland and doing a good job with is Tua's brother still there? I think he is. All right, let's do this. Let's take a break.
Yeah,
we'll come back.
He's definitely still there.
We'll do some New York City headlines or see what's trending or something of that ilk when we return right here on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Now, the Lamb Rant, brought to you by the best bet card rooms of Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine.
Yes, I was surprised, not shocked, the Texans defeated the Jaguars. This is the NFL. Yes, I was shocked, not surprised, how easily the Texans won at the bank. It wasn't just an upset. It was a 37-17 beatdown. The Texans came to town with a banged-up secondary and missing 4 offensive linemen. Still, they got up 17-0, and the Jaguars never challenged. The Jaguars should have been up 10-0, but Calvin Ridley, one of the best wideouts in the league, dropped a touchdown pass, and then Brandon McManus missed a field goal. It never got any better for the Jaguars. Maybe it's a good thing the Jaguars are in London for the next 2 weeks. Their fans need time to recover.
Check out Uncle Dave's column at 1010XL.com on the homepage. Look for Lamb at Large.
Hey guys, Hicken here. It's hot outside, and it still ain't getting any cooler as we head into October. But you can stay cooler with Bueller. Bueller Air, still locally owned, Still treating their growing customer base like family. If you don't believe me, go ahead and Google them. Buehler Air, Buehler. I'm telling you, you won't find a better rated air conditioning company in town. I love them. They did great work at my house. Installed new conditioners, take care of the air conditioners, and they work beautifully. So, like I said, it's hot out there, but you always have an option to stay cooler with Buehler.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
A horrific car accident left Paula with major injuries and surgery after surgery.
I got to the point where I really couldn't walk. I had to resign from work. I was really just laying in bed. It was terrible. I wouldn't go back under the knife.
She missed working and traveling, but all that was about to change. QC Kinetics used natural biologics to treat Paula. No foreign substances. They provided regenerative treatments that helped subside the pain and restore her quality of life.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I was feeling more movement and doing stuff. And then I start crying. I'm like, I can't believe it.
For Paula, this moment was extremely emotional.
I couldn't do nothing. And now I'm working, and I was on my feet for 7.5 hours, and I feel good. I got my life back because of QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics now for your consultation.
904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Welcome to Otterson Wealth Advisors of Raymond James, where our team is not just a team, it's a vast resource of financial knowledge, with each member bringing their unique expertise to your financial success.
Meet Caleb Cronick, financial advisor, a Naval Academy graduate, and SEMA certified pro through the University of Chicago. His strategic prowess is your asset working towards your financial goals. Ready to begin to your journey? Visit OttersonAdvisors.com. Otterson Wealth Advisors, your goals, our expertise. Raymond James Associates, Inc., member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
1010XL celebrates athletic and academic greatness.
Listen for the high school scholar athlete Wednesdays on the Franchi Show.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234 on 1010XL.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing summer specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
At Big Chief Tire, we care about your safety on the road. Frank Frangie here. We're proud to offer the best tire brands at affordable prices so you can drive safely and get more value out of your car without breaking the bank. Visit our new Orange Park location for brake repairs, tire replacements, oil changes, services, and more. Call 904-932-0950 or visit BigChiefTire.com to schedule an appointment at one of these 5 Jacksonville locations. We keep Jacks rolling.
Are you ready for the ultimate happy hour experience? Look no further than Bellwether.
downtown's undisputed champion of good times. It's Tuesday through Saturday from 4 to 7 p, with the exception on Friday when happy hour starts at 11 a.m. Rally the team and head over to Bellwether. The vibe is full and the food is unbeatable. Free parking after 6 p on weekdays and all weekend. Bellwether Restaurant, where great food and the best happy hour in town come together for an epic win.
Whether you are looking for a job or an employer trying to hire, there's only one stop in Jacksonville, Remedy Staffing. Labor trends keep us guessing. As employers, the job market's been strong. So what does that mean for workers' availability? If you're interested in the workforce solutions or how the Remedy team can help you, call or text Crystal at 904-329-9802. 329-9802, Remedy Staffing.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
Nice, baby. Chandler Jones is a good football player, but he cray-cray.
Under pressure. Could be that one.
Yeah. He says he was forced into a mental hospital, injected with an unknown substance by the Las Vegas Fire Department.
Who was?
Chandler Jones. That's number 5 on trending.
Oh,
no, I'm sorry.
Chandler has gone through that stuff before, dude.
I thought it was an intro to trending.
Chandler Jones had a deal when he was with, like, the Patriots or something out in the desert. They found him running. And that brother, his John Bones Jones, he ain't exactly stable either.
I think Arthur's the only normal guy.
Arthur, linebacker.
Arthur played some ball.
Yeah. Was Arthur a Miami?
I don't think so.
Do you?
I don't know for sure. Arthur, I remember Arthur with the Ravens, if I'm not
mistaken.
Yeah,
I do too.
I hadn't done anything wrong, Jones wrote. Alleged that the Vegas Police Department told fire officials to detain him after they put in a court hold on the Super Bowl winning defensive end over concerning post he made online. Jones claimed he had to sleep on the floor at one of the facilities on the first night, was not offered a bed. This place is not a place for high-profile athletes. He reported that his brothers, Bones Jones, had to bring him decent meals to eat and clothes, and that his father came to read him Bible verses. I'm still confused on what I did wrong, adding that he's very sane.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and walk back the thought about maybe contacting the Raiders to see if Chandler Jones is available. I'm going to go ahead and walk that back.
You want to stay away from him.
Yeah, it doesn't seem level right now. We'll just use that word level. Arthur Jones, like his brother, Syracuse.
E, have you brought us some trending options today?
Oh, he's always ready to go, man. You know, stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. Trending's brought to you by, if you're not ready for your trip out of town or for the guests coming in or for the veterinary appointment, then you need to get on the phone right now with Pet Paradise, doing everything better than everyone else. Don't fall for the imitator. I see them out there with their marketing pushes. They're playing catch up, man. When it comes to the modern facilities, New Day Veterinary Care in all 8 of the locations. The airport location has 24/7 pickup and drop-off if you're heading out of town. They have staffs that love your pet, climate-controlled suites, never too hot or too cold. From playtime hour to grooming, you get it all at your local Pet Paradise. And by the way, Pet Paradise all over. Maybe you want to take the dog with you in the car and then leave him somewhere while you're at your vacation locale. They are just dotting the entire Southeast these days as well. So Pet Paradise, that's the only name you need to know for all your pet care services.
Number 5.
Well, as I stated, number 5 was Chandler Jones, who says that he was forced into a mental hospital.
I think we call that Baker acting, don't we?
Uh-huh.
I've brought a bonus one for you.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get you right.
I don't know if it has to be number 4.
Oh, no, we're going to do it like that.
Number 5.
Damn,
you want to do them all?
Yeah. No.
Go ahead, let it ride.
This has to be talked about.
Uh-huh.
And E will add to it. I don't know if you've seen this.
Talk to me.
These reality shows.
Uh-huh.
You know.
The Golden Bachelor coming. Is that what you're talking about?
No. You may want to stay off Max because there's a new show
HBO
called
Max?
Naked Attraction.
Okay. How's this work?
This is how it works. You go on dates that can end well naked. It's a 6-season series added to Max. They're uncensored. Each installment comes with a warning, contains full frontal nudity, coarse language, and graphic discussions. It revolves around players who can eliminate potential dates if their birthday suit-wearing bodies aren't up to your standards.
This is great. I mean, society
you stand
is
there naked.
What a
and-
slippery slope. You're a worthless person. Next.
That's what we're doing.
Oh, my God,
Yeah.
man.
Sounds like the NFL Combine. You stand in front of people
Yeah.
naked.
Well, this is,
Man,
this is
I mean,
BAN, my friend.
I don't want to be too melodramatic or theological,
Yeah.
but my God, we live in Sodom and Gomorrah, man, in modern times.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the filth that's everywhere, dude. We're gonna put a show on cable where we stand naked in front of each other, and with that, either summarily include or dismiss the potential based strictly on that.
That's what we're doing.
Ugh. Sheesh. That's bad news for me and you, Dan. We would never get picked up. The girl. Now I'm gonna take a pass. Next.
He's got man boobs.
He looks simian.
What is that?
Ooh, he's hairy.
Where's his? Well, you know his thing.
Is that a mole?
Can you lift up your belly, sir?
Number 4.
I don't like you that way.
I'm sexy, and I know it.
Get in my belly.
Breakdancing will make its
Is
debut.
that still a thing? Is that what?
Not only is it a thing,
Olympics?
it's going to make its debut at the 2024 Olympics in Paris.
Let me tell you what about the Olympics. It
Uh-huh.
too has just gone off of the charts. Dude.
It's run its course.
It has. They've added these. Like there's like. Remember for a while there was no boxing in the Olympics?
Yeah.
They took boxing away, but and I think boxing's back.
Ballroom
I believe so.
dancing.
I mean, what are we doing? Breakdancing is not an Olympic sport. I'm sorry. I don't even know. By the way, breakdancing, correct me if I'm
time
wrong.
has come and gone.
Right, didn't breakdancing go out of style 20 years ago?
Why don't we
Thought
do
so.
disco dancing?
Do they still do breakdancing? Like if you go to the club, I got men on the floor spinning around.
Why not dirty
Not
dancing?
breakdancing. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't get it.
But this is legit breakdancing.
It's legit. I ain't watching. How about that? Hey,
Number
NBC.
3.
See ya.
LA man leads police on a 10-mile chase using
Oh.
a stolen golf cart.
I think they need to up the horsepower
Right?
of your police vehicles
Right.
because I think I could run down a golf cart. I mean, without them, just run it down.
This golf cart must have
Every
some
once in a
turbo.
while, though, and this is great, bro. It's great when you go play golf. Like every golf course has like a couple of carts that are souped up.
Huh?
And usually it's because there's like the workers there, they know which one to grab and do stuff, but it makes its way into the rotation. So
Yeah.
every now and then, if you play a golf course, you'll get in a golf cart and it'll be like,
Got some
whoosh.
juice.
So maybe it's one of those, but I can't imagine any golf cart going faster than maybe 30, 40 miles an hour at most.
That's moving.
Yeah, but you can get them going probably 30. But wow, I guess it depends on what the crime is, because let me tell you how you end it real quick. I take my car, I see the golf cart in front of me, and I run into it about 60 miles an hour, flip it up in the air, man flies through the air, we take him to the hospital, and then to jail.
Whew.
Number 2.
It has been announced that Usher will be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show here in
Yeah,
Vegas.
yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
And I'm for it. I'm a big fan of Usher. I actually, in the 6th grade talent show, I performed Usher's You Make Me Wanna.
At Robinson Elementary?
Patterson Elementary.
Patterson Elementary?
Yes, yes. I did what had to be done, as they would say.
Okay.
Now, Usher, he performed in the halftime show next to Black Eyed Peas back in 2011, but Black Eyed Peas was the headliner.
Okay.
He performed next to them. This year, he will be the headliner.
You know, it's interesting.
Black Eyed Peas were here.
I
in
like
the pregame.
Usher. I don't know much about Usher, but I did hear some reaction from Usher about
Click,
Usher.
clack, rewind it back.
Uh-huh.
And I was told that he's sort of gotten to the point that he's kind of mailing it in at times, that he lets the dancers in the background take over. And
I highly disagree.
He doesn't dance near as much as he used to.
Not only is a performer, he's an entertainer.
Dan's coming in with some Usher facts.
I'm just trying to tell you what the boys on the street are telling me about Usher.
He currently
Got
has
your
a
ear to the ground.
residency in Vegas, and he has a show pretty much every weekend.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
no bad things comes from those shows.
Okay.
It's
all right.
per those
I'm
who've been
telling
there.
you what I've heard.
I'm telling you. Okay, well, I'm here to
But
update
I trust you more. I trust you more.
Number 1.
Better be a hell of a show, though. I better not see some Katy Perry sharks dancing around up there. I'm going to lose my mind.
I'm sure you'll be up dancing. And the number one trending story.
Number 1.
Oh, Tay-Tay and Travis Kelce.
Oh, man. Love.
It's
Pure love.
It's so big, Dan, if you go over to the NFL's Twitter page, you know what the banner is?
What is it? No, it isn't.
It is a
Don't
picture
do me.
of Tay-Tay and Travis and Jason's wife.
Man, have
Or
you gotten
his mom.
sicker of a storyline ever faster than this one?
No.
I don't know if I've ever gotten so tired. This is like, where does the truth, the 30 for 30 truth on this one come out? These two people have nothing in common. They are nothing alike. It's weird, man. There's got to be something. I don't trust anything anywhere.
You should.
There's something going on, dude. There's some cause that is going to ultimately. Maybe Taylor Swift has been sent in to stop the chop in Kansas City. There is something going on, man.
Just when you think, you're a familiar face, you are a familiar face here in America, but even in America, you're not. Travis Kelce had over 2 million followers on Instagram. Overnight, he gained 250,000 followers.
Mm-hmm. Good for him. If you base your value off of your followers, I guess that's good for him. I just don't know what she sees in Travis Kelce. He is a knucklehead, dude.
Yeah, he ain't an ugly dude.
He's a knucklehead, and say he's ugly. He's a knucklehead.
Can I do as we head to break here?
I wouldn't date Taylor Swift if I could. So there you go. Doesn't do it for me
I definitely
at all.
would.
Yeah, I know you would.
I want to do a quick shout out and congratulations and Godspeed to Hulk.
Hulk who? Hogan?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was betrothed this weekend.
Oh, he got married.
He did.
What, he's like 70.
He is 70.
Yeah.
He married a 45-year-old lass. Her name is Sky Daly.
The Hulkster.
John Daly's daughter.
Daily. And Sky.
Tyne Daly's daughter.
If she looked like Tyne, the marriage is off.
People don't know who
I'm
Tyne
sorry.
Daly is. Yes,
Cagney
Cagney
Lacey.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why Sky got married. And she was showing off that $500,000 wedding ring.
That bling.
That bling from the Hulk.
Hulk has been through some storylines when it comes to those things.
Hulk's run a little crazy.
Hulk had this deal where used to be this like one of those crass, crude, Tex and Larry type radio shows, The Love Sponge. You remember that guy, Bubba the Love Sponge?
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Bubba the Love Sponge was close friends with Hulk Hogan until Hulk decided to, have his wife in his house.
That would be...
by the way, they had cameras and stuff, and then it was just a whole big...
This is wedding number 3 for Hulkamania.
Yeah, it has not worked well. I don't know why anyone at the age of 70 would choose to get married again, but hey, it's your life, Hulk. You go live it. Live your life.
Nick Hogan attended... Brooke was not able to make it on short notice.
No
His
Brooke?
daughter. No Brooke. Sky's 3 children were there, and so it was a low-key wedding, but she's a yoga instructor, Jeff.
That makes sense, too.
Sky did.
None of what you told me doesn't make sense. 45 yoga instructors showing off $500,000 ring all seem to fit the perfect narrative for a Hulk Hogan nuptial. So
he said she was crazy enough to say, "Yes, brother."
Did she eat her vitamins and say her prayers?
This is the drill.
Is she a little Hulkamaniac?
Coming up next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulls Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
I'm Coach Tobin of the Bulls Bulldogs, and Friday night is homecoming as we host Episcopal. You'll hear the play-by-play on 1010 AM.
Are you searching for your next great ride? Then I've got great news for you. Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned has just announced an unbeatable inventory of over 500 used vehicles all in one place. I'm talking cars under $18K, over 200 SUVs, and more than 100 pickup trucks. Even better, right now, get no payments until January 2024. Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Visit arlingtontoyota.com/offer for full details. Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 3 local locations here. Jacksonville, Jax Beach, and St. Augustine. And over 350 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
What city has hosted the most Super Bowls? The answer coming up.
Southern Oak Insurance knows that you want to save money on your homeowner's insurance. So why not try some old-fashioned common sense? Ask your Southern Oak agent about our roof replacement schedule. It will save you money.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Miami has hosted the Super Bowl 11 times. New Orleans has had 10.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Yo, it's your main man, player partner ET here. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing now for football, so check out the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. The first 2 legs of your parlay hit? Cash out early and use the funds on another bet, or let that thing ride out at a chance to a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in, so get your bets in and start football season off as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. When you're ready to make that first deposit, just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. That promo code again is 1010XL to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free trip into MyBookie Casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Northeast Florida's highest-rated residential home electrical contractor is American Electrical, providing unsurpassed quality in Duval, St. Johns, Clay, and Nassau counties. No matter your electrical problem or project, large or small, American Electrical will get it done at a price that's right. High-quality electrician, that's who they are. Trust a company that's been on the First Coast for decades, proudly serving the community while being a big part of the community. Call American Electrical for all your electric needs at 737-7770. Wired right at a fair price.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, let's talk about diamond cutting. How is a diamond price affected by the way it is cut?
Frank, that's probably the most important question asked about diamonds, because the trade-off between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one that's not is the diamond's carat weight. You see, diamond cutters buy rough diamonds based on quality and weight. So as they cut the rough diamond, everything cut away affects profits. However, there's specific known cutting parameters, and each deviation from these means they have a heavier, less beautiful diamond. Unfortunately, a customer can't detect all those cutting imperfections. They need expert help about a diamond's cut grade. You see, for any round diamond of a particular color, clarity, and carat weight, there are as many as 10 different prices that can vary by as much as 50%. At Underwoods, we look specifically at how a diamond's cut before we look at anything else, because it's the most important factor when it comes to a diamond's beauty, and to us, whether it should carry the Underwood name or not.
Great free agent signings come from doing your homework. Selecting a roofing contractor takes the same hard work. Preferred Roofing has a great track record and a Master Elite certification. A free agent you can trust and know you'll get your money's worth. And remember this, Preferred Roofing guarantees to educate their customers on such a big decision as replacing a roof. Let their consultants help you make an informed choice that you're sure to feel good about. Master Elite certified contractors, Preferred Roofing is who you need. Tell them Joe C. sent you.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Active and pain-free. That's the ticket. Dr. George Barry here, and I know that's the goal of every patient I see. They want the best possible care so they can go back to enjoying life. That could be pick up basketball, golf, tennis, running, or just working out. It all requires you to be as healthy as you can be. If joint pain is taking its toll on your active lifestyle, come see me at Barry Orthopedics. We have locations all over Jacksonville and can diagnose and treat even the most severe joint pain. A homegrown Jacksonville practice. Find out more at BarryOrthopedics.com.
The coolers are full at your local Gate gas station, making it easy for you to cruise in and cruise out with little downtime. Ice cold Coronas, Natty Light, Stella Artois, and Michelob Ultra. Don't forget the king of beers, Cold Buds. Gate's got them in the cooler, waiting for you.
Players Grill Mandarin is welcoming the Road Runners, North Florida's hottest variety band, with lead vocalist Glenn Dewberry and lead guitarist Mike Torelli. Saturday, September 30th at 8 p.m. at Players Grill Mandarin, where the neighborhood meets.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. Following the Texans' loss, Jag head coach Doug Peterson wants to emphasize to his players this is a new season.
You want to pick up where you left off, but you know it's a new season.
Safety Andre Sisco thinks perhaps the loss to the Texans will serve as a spark for the team.
I think tough losses kind of do have a way of reminding you of a certain game.
Jaguar offensive lineman Luke Faulkner says watching the film from the Texans' loss wasn't fun.
It was hard. You saw a lot of great individual efforts, but when it mattered, we couldn't come together and finish it.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill. Brought to you by Tire Outlet. Tire Outlet is now hiring. Visit TireOutlet.com/careers. Equal opportunity employer.
Hello, Tony.
Good morning.
Oh, it's a big Tuesday. Logs is here. Oh, gosh, I don't think you can do it in 2 hours of what went wrong.
Yeah, it may take 2 hours just to do the kick return on what went wrong.
I think it's a burn the tape Tuesday. It's a burn the tape Tuesday.
Yeah, we're back to one of those for sure.
All right, well, we look forward to that. Jeff Logman is here. Mike, Tony, we'll get out of here. It's Jaguars Today. Coming up here momentarily. E?
Now, today's takeaways. Brought to you by Key Buick GMC, where our family dealership has been helping families buy vehicles for over 50 years.
Jeffrey?
Yeah, I was surprised to learn, and only because Florida has a noon game this weekend, that Georgia has played the most noon games in the SEC the last 15 or 20 years.
Yeah, how about that? 39, one more than Florida, by the way, who's playing 38th game at noon on Saturday. E?
New poll out this week for 1010XL Game of the Week. Providence at UC, Stanton at Impact, Hilliard at Christchurch, or Reigns at Riverside. Get your votes in on Twitter and Facebook.
All right. Jags fall to 19 in the power poll, plummeting 10 spots.
We also have standings. We fall into a tie for last there. Also a tie for second. Depends on how you want to look at it.
Depends.
T2.
This is the drill.
The Drill on 1010XL from the studios of...
Hey, Hicken here. Are you tired of...
Great tires are an important part of a good drive.
That's a great drive right there.
And Tire Outlet brings you the drive of the game.
We don't make mistakes and not gonna stop us.
On 1010XL. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Here's